The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Vampire Masquerade, Chicago Hidden City. Making sure I'm not muted. Yay, no Ben. I'm Judy Vanish. I'm your storyteller for this evening, so I'm going to let Spotter take us away.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Antera, and I will be playing Spotter, the Nosferatu.
And I am on McStabber, and I'll be playing Dr. Taylor Hammond of Clan Bruja.
I'm Marine. I'll be playing Kajai of Clan La Sombra.
I'm John Lee Bayar, and I will be playing Dr. Magnus Sanchez of Clan Gangrel.
I am Glaciate, and I'll be playing Bastion of the Clan Toreador.
Hi, I'm Maddox, and I'll be playing Dr. Theodore Smith of Clan Tremere.
On last week's episode, everyone had fun with each other's beast, or I hope so. And then they realized what was going on, and they heard a specific name that was tied to a specific person. Well, things happened. So tonight, we're going to start off with Spotter and Mama as they are talking about a certain thing. I'm sorry, Spotter and Taylor. About a certain thing as they meet up somewhere in the city.
We are
for a nice
actually
chat.
meeting up at my office at the University of Illinois because I'm not sure exactly what he's bringing me, and I want to have access to our archive of stuff in case I need to look stuff up.
So Spotter will knock,
Come in.
opens the door, comes in, and he hasn't been in your office yet, so he'll...
No, you see like her degrees on the wall, some photos of different locations where she's done digs, even some academic articles, you know, kind of framed and stuff in there. There's bookcases with books and stuff on it. Even a few little objects that are in cases in the room and stuff. And then there's a desk and a few chairs. And
So, do you collect diplomas? Is that like a...
I don't put all of them on the wall because I've had a number of them over the many years. Do close the door. Have a seat.
Close the door. Just to follow up from last time, am I supposed to curtsy or anything before I...
No, God, no.
Okay.
I wasn't even really considered noble as soon as I basically left England and basically was never coming back. Okay. They tried to make me fit the mold even while I was abroad, and I basically flipped them off and didn't. So, yeah. Yeah.
If I didn't like you, I wouldn't be rustling your jimmies.
So please have a seat. What you got there?
Okay. So he pulls out from his army jacket. It's actually, how big is it? Is it a short, long sword?
I would say it's pretty long based
Okay.
on the information that she's given me. It's just over a yard long.
Okay, so then he probably would have been carrying it in his hand, and he pulls it out. It's wrapped up in cloth, and he puts it on the desk.
She actually put some gloves on.
Okay, I'll let you do it. You're the professional.
She put some gloves on and says, "Is this a sword?" And she unwraps it gently, and when she looks at it, she stops for a minute. And then she looks at you. Where did you get this?
Our stony friends in the underground.
Yeah, they gave me a sword too. Well, at least they're not watery tarts hurling scimitars, right?
Oh, good reference.
I love Monty Python, okay?
Doesn't.
There's a few things that came out of England that weren't half bad. But yeah.
You and Monty Python. There you go.
Eddie Izzard too. Have you seen him?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. But this is something I actually don't even have to look up.
Oh.
I know exactly what this is.
You know, 8-Ball had the same reaction.
Okay, weird. She probably knows something about it I don't. But this is something I never thought I would see again. This is literally, and she just kind of almost reverently strokes along the blade and takes note of inscriptions on it, things like that. And she says, "This is a base blade. In the Ottoman Empire, I traveled it and lived in it during my life. There were ranks within imperial government. Beys were under like what they considered governors. They weren't the governors, but they were like military that got promoted, possibly nobility as well, would be considered a bey. They were kind of like just under the governor of a city within the empire.
So not a knight, but
A little, basically higher than that, almost like a
Okay.
lord. Okay. Not or maybe like a baron or something similar to that. But it's basically, it was a title of respect and honor. It could sometimes be transferred from father to son. But oftentimes it was given due to doing exemplary duty, whether that duty was military or civil. Okay. This one is really old. I would say based on the markings from the hand craftsmanship, because this was completely handmade, you're looking at a sword that was probably around, I wouldn't say mid 1100s, maybe a little bit later, like around 1170, 1175. Yeah. And I swear I've seen exactly this sword, but it might have been a replica. I think they have one in, well, now it's Istanbul.
probably a replica.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There is this interesting print on it. Do you know who owned this sword?
Spotter kind of shifts in his seat and looks a little uncomfortable, but he nods.
Okay, are we really not telling each other?
This doesn't leave the room.
Of course not. You've asked me for a consultation. Why do you
Understood.
think I didn't do this at the bar?
Fair enough. That sword belongs to Khalid.
Oh, your clan Primogen here.
He looks uncomfortable again.
There's something else you're not saying.
Given the importance of that sword, do you think it likely I would have it
If
and not
Khalid-
Khalid?
Yeah. No, I would think that Khalid would not part with this if he still walked.
That is my estimation as well.
Because likely Khalid, with a name like Khalid, he has carried this either since it was crafted or it was passed down through family to him.
I'm starting to get the picture now. So yeah, you understand the importance of this sword and potentially why I'm a little uncomfortable.
So the gargoyles felt that you deserved the power to pick your clan's primogen.
Are you and 8-Ball the same person?
No, I am just very fluent in certain aspects of politics, especially politics in a hostile territory. And well, if Vampire Society isn't a hostile territory, I don't know what is.
All right. Yeah. Understatements.
Well,
yeah.
this is basically kind of priceless.
Yeah.
And obviously, and she very reverently and with utmost respect rewraps it very securely in the fabric and gently presses it back towards you. I actually have a bay sword as well at my home, but it's not as old as that. But yeah, I had a bay thought to offer it to me to request my hand in marriage. It's a whole ass story. But yeah, it was I declined. But yeah. But yeah, that's a huge responsibility, Spotter.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't big on, well, you know what? After last week, after the events of the fetish,
You doing okay after that?
yes, it was, he looks around. It was good to look in the mirror, as it were.
That's
There were
good.
some things I needed to hear from myself.
From yourself, yes. It is funny because our beasts they'll sometimes take on the voices of ones that they think will get our attention, but they are us.
Correct. Yeah, mine, remarkably, from what I've heard from the others, didn't seem interested in screwing with me. So,
Mine just had some grievances to air. Yeah, really. And wanted to maneuver me into certain actions that I had to kind of negotiate with it a bit because my beast is kind of, let's just say temperamental. And, yeah, yeah. And well, I just needed to negotiate that we take our time and think it through before we act. So, but yours was just kind of wanting you to come to terms with things, huh?
yeah, can't keep doing what I'm doing. The city's going to be in trouble, and I can't stick my head in the sand.
Yeah. You've been a loner a while, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Easier, get my work done, survive till tomorrow night, rinse and repeat.
Yeah. Well, that whole setup kind of got screwed as soon as you got thrown in together with us, didn't it?
Yeah. Not turns out not unwelcome. All of you.
Oh, well, thank you. I take that as high praise from a Nosferatu. Shit.
Y'all are, he smirks. Y'all are very, I'm going to say interesting, and I don't mean that as a...
I mean, it could go either way.
Yeah, I understand. I didn't mean it that way, though. You're all extremely skilled in your own right.
Yes.
And it's nice to work with other professionals.
It is. It really is. But yeah, so,
You've
okay.
given me a lot to think about.
Yeah. If you need to talk more about it, understand whatever you tell me, I will keep in confidence.
Understood.
But I understand if you don't want to share clan stuff with me. I respect that. Okay. But if you're having to pick a primogen because, and I won't tell anyone, but because Khalid is not with us anymore, look at the members of your clan in this city. See which ones are truly going to be adept at looking for the interests of your clan. Because they are already going to be at disadvantage in the Primogen Council.
Definitely not respected.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
The only reason the Bruja Primogen is respected is because he's fucking ancient and powerful. That's the only fucking reason. If it was someone my age, they wouldn't respect me for shit. I get it. I do. At least to some degree.
Yeah.
But also, it's not that they don't necessarily respect you. It's that all of them fear Clan Nosferatu. And they should.
I appreciate that.
They should. I don't underestimate any of you in the slightest. Literally. But look at which members will truly work towards the betterment of your clan. Because that is what a primogen is supposed to do. Assert for the clan interests within the city, within the domain. And if anyone is going to be a good example of what a primogen should be, it should be a goddamn Nosferatu. Because they are, as the world knows, clan before sect, right?
Right.
So get to know, if you haven't yet, get to know your clanmates, man.
Yeah. I will. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there one other thing, side note, because it's going to tangent into our meeting with Jackson later.
Sure.
You did, I don't know, you were in the other room, so I don't know if you heard what precipitated the, what do you call it, spirit journey?
Yeah, I didn't hear it. I was actually in the room with the fetish pieces.
Apparently, well, not apparently, it did happen. The Nosferatu warrants under storytelling. Can you remind me which section of the city it was?
It was part of the underground city, the oldest part of it. So as you were coming in, more towards the north, just south of the Navy Pier. Okay.
So if you remember, when we were entering the Undercity, looking for the first piece, which we didn't know was the first piece at the time, of course, there were other warrants, of course, unsurprising.
Unsurprising,
Sure.
Right.
That night, they were flooded, and the rough estimate was probably close to 50% of the Nosferatu living there were swept out into Lake Michigan. Yes.
Have any of them returned?
Nope.
Fuck.
Actually, Lake Michigan is a one-way journey, which I'm sure you're aware of.
Yeah.
We did find out, working with 8-Ball and, well, thankfully, Misty and my ghoul, Charlie, to some degree. The Undercity, as you could see, it's not necessarily the best maintained. And it was the abomination, actually, that hit a weak spot and caused the water to come down.
So the abomination, when it came up to go after the werewolves, caused it? Or it caused it and then went after the werewolves?
I believe it was B, according to what we were able to dig up.
Okay.
He hit something very specific and...
Oh, so it was an intentional hit. That's fantastic.
Oh yes.
I mean, Maxwell was on my shit list before this fucking thing was before I even knew about it, but now he's really on my shit list. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because I've already told Cratius about it and he's like, I mean, I literally never knew an old fucking Greek philosopher could react like that.
Colorful?
He like did a double take. It was hilarious. But I had to keep composure because he's my elder. But yeah, I was like, yeah, and he's like, don't you go after that beast. And I'm like, no, but Maxwell's on the table.
Right. Which brings me to my point. You understand a lot of many of the within the clan are
rightfully pissed off. Yeah,
are pissed off, and we're adept at architectural things. So we knew that it knew where to hit to drop the water on the Warrens.
Right.
So, and I'm only bringing this up because this is a long-winded way of saying I don't want to screw with our meeting with Jackson, but I'm going to ask for the right of destruction.
Or Maxwell?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fantastic.
It seems like it.
Yes.
You're already on your list, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
And he's got some age on him too. And some power. Yeah. Yeah.
You are giddy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You just made my night.
Well, all right.
No, because that asshole is nothing but a fucking problem.
Right.
For real. However he goes down, he just needs to go down.
Yeah, and I'm not going to necessarily ask for it. I'm going to try and make it a quid pro quo with him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to but use a boon on that.
Yeah, no, but it's because, it's also something that benefits him. So make sure you ask for something for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because that's going to benefit him. That's his competition for Praxis. One of them. And if we coordinate the elimination of one of his competitors, that's a helping him out.
That was my take. It was, hey, we remove a piece from the board. I get to do it.
Yeah.
I get to remove the piece.
Yeah. Or at least coordinate it. Yeah.
Coordinate it, correct.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And get the credit for it kind of thing. Yeah. So,
Yep.
But yeah, no, that's a good ask. That's a good ask. Just make sure you ask for something for yourself. Okay. Venture, they got their hands in money, real estate, fucking influence. Yeah.
All right.
Status, you can ask for shit.
I'm going to. I
Yeah.
plan on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at you. You smart. I like that. Okay. All right. Well, you want to leave together and go meet up with the guys? Because I know we're supposed to be meeting up.
Yeah. Let's make them talk.
Okay. Awesome. And she shuts down her computer and locks up her drawers on her desk and grabs her bag, and they head out. And she locks her office behind her.
And as all of you arrive at the same restaurant that you started this journey on, the same ghoul is waiting for you all to arrive.
What was said ghoul's name, storyteller?
Junie doesn't give me.
It was a thing.
Look, I asked that knowing what I was asking. I didn't expect an immediate response. It's okay.
Listen here. Hold on. I got you. We talk a lot, apparently.
Like you pinned it.
I hope I pinned it. If not, don't worry. I can totally make up a name. It's fine.
Is it Sophia?
Yeah, that works. Perfect. Thanks. She will be standing there waiting with just a small clipboard. As you guys all arrive, she'll greet you all by name. Sophia, thank you.
Yeah, that was it. Yep.
Pleasure to see you again, Sophia.
Hello, Mr. Bastion. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful tonight.
Oh, that's excellent. Did you want your wine order tonight?
Oh, please.
Oh, you'll write it down.
I think it will be a night to celebrate.
Okay, perfect. She looks to see who's coming next.
Agnes walks in.
Hi, Dr. Sanchez. Did you want anything from the bar while tonight or no?
Storyteller, can Magnus drink the drinks they have here?
Yes, I made sure you all could drink here if you needed to.
Okay. Some whiskey.
Okay. And she'll wait for next.
Kajai will arrive next. Is he searched for weapons before he's allowed in?
It's Kajai. No.
Wonderful.
Theo will be entering while Kajai is getting checked over by Sophia.
Hi, Mr. Kajai and Dr. Smith. Did you guys want anything from the bar tonight?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm all right.
No.
Okay. Well,
As Taylor and Spotter walk in, she's laughing with him and she says, I'd love to catch a game with you one night.
Spotter is ecstatic. Yes. I have just the spot. I can get us on top. We can watch from above everybody else.
Awesome. Oh, hey, Sophia.
Dr. Hammond and Mr. Spotter, would you guys like anything from the bar tonight?
Surprise me.
Sure. Okay. Mr. Spotter.
You know what? I'm sure. What did Magnus get?
A whiskey.
Oh, I'll do the same.
Oh, okay. Got you. I'll just follow me. And she will lead you guys down again to the speakeasy through the hidden door. She will take off the Post-it note, hand it to the bartender. And as you guys are going to where you think you're going, she leads you right to the end of the room. But you will note, Critias is there. There are a couple other well-known kindred in the seating area. And she goes through another hidden door. That's a private room. And there is Jackson sitting waiting for you all.
Alone?
Alone.
Wow.
And he smiles and stands up and says, "Oh, come in, my friends. Come in and sit down. Did you get their orders?" And Sophia goes, "Already being taken care of. See, that's what I love about this place. Thank you so much. Come in, guys."
And
Yeah,
Taylor
but-
sits like where she normally sits from the last
This
meeting.
This is a round table for all of you.
Okay, and she
Mhm.
sits, makes herself comfortable.
Same.
Bastion goes directly to Kevin, gives him a big hug, and sits right by his side.
Oh, huge, good buddy hug. Of course.
I will take his seat on the end. You seem cheery today.
Of course I'm cheery. I'm cheery almost all the time, unless I'm not cheery. And then it's a whole different mood altogether.
May I
That's-
start
I'm just
with
going
an
to look
eye?
at Taylor and look back.
Taylor's just
Theo-
got the cat that ate the canary grin on her face.
When Theo took his seat, he also set his doctor's bag just off to the right side, and he indicated to Kevin that he wanted to get his attention for a quick second.
Yes, Dr. Smith.
Before we get into anything major, I genuinely have a question because I realized a couple nights ago I don't know the answer.
Of course. If I have the answer, I'll give it to you.
What exactly gave you the title Paladin?
Oh, wow. That's a question I haven't answered in, 2 decades, maybe? Yeah, this is the night of 1993 when everything went to shit. And then precedingly, then several months after that, trying to purge the Sabbat, the hunters, and the werewolves, all from our area. And I fought for every single Camarilla agent, every single person that is either in the room that you just passed or every little guy so that we could have a free and clear Camarilla Chicago underneath my broodmate, Peterson, who then eventually took the mantle, which then gave me the title.
So, does that mean you will stop being the Paladin should Peterson no longer be Prince?
No, I will continue.
Unless you become prince.
No, I will.
Is
If I
it a
become
title
prince-
or is it a nickname?
Because the way I've heard people mention it before, they say paladin as if it is a position.
It's more of a way of life, to be honest.
Buddhism.
And Sophia will come in and drop off the drinks and then head back
What
out.
drink did I get?
You got a nice, long, tall glass of sex on the beach.
Fantastic.
Oh my fucking God, I knew it. It was going to be that or a Long Island iced tea for some fucking reason.
No, Dr. Hammond seems like a sex on the beach kind of girl.
And literally, Dr. Hammond will look at Sophia and say, give my compliments to the bartender.
Compliments are taken. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. She takes a sip of her drink.
It's fantastically made and you can drink it, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin will continue going, when I did this, I didn't do it because it would give me a title. My sire didn't spend a whole lot of time with me, but he did instill values into me. Values that I take to heart.
What values?
To stand up for the right reasons, stand up for the little guy and stand for what truly matters.
Truly
Community.
Loden taught you that?
He did.
Did
In
A
his own
broken
special
clock
way.
is right twice a day.
For real.
Did he do that by like, this is all the things that I'm doing that you shouldn't do?
Yeah.
Like the opposite example? That's how he imbued those?
I watched and learned. I watched
Excellent.
what he did wrong.
Yes. No,
Excellent.
that's good.
Excellent. That's good.
That's good.
That's good.
And so I turned around and did what he didn't do. I listened. I took people's matters to heart. I took what they needed, the security and what they thought was going to keep them safe, and I used those and implemented them. Hence Paladin, which my broodmate does not exactly agree with.
Could I see if our dear Kevin Jackson is totally blowing smoke up our asses about this speech? Or if
Would you
he
like to do a
generally...
bullshit check?
Yes.
Go for it.
I would like to push for wit subterfuge because I'm better at lying than spotting liars. But if you want me to do insight, I will.
Do you know what? I will give you this. A bullshitter can catch a bullshitter in anything. Go for it.
I'm going
I
to roll
will
it
let you-
too.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Make it
Whoever
3.
would like to do that, please.
Oh, surging with 3 dice. It's always fun.
Remember, we're 0 hunger until we have to rouse again.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
There goes dropping my fucking dice.
Flurry dice don't count.
Nope. I didn't roll them before. And yeah, floors never count.
I know. I'm saying that for everyone.
That is 5.
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Mm-hmm.
I am not spending a willpower. Dr. Magnus successfully rolled the disbelieve, and I'm just glad that this is not V20 rules because I got 2 1s and 1 0, and those were the only important numbers.
Oof.
That's a mood.
We got 3.
I got 3 successes total.
Got 4.
I'm like
He's
really
not
good at
bullshitting.
lying.
He's not bullshitting you at all. He
Excellent.
honestly believes what he's telling you.
All right. So that whole thing of I'm going to do what my sire didn't was an actual, like, confirmed, like, that's his intent.
Yep.
I'll be damned.
I
He
will
believes
tell
it.
you, Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
that not many of your clan ascribe to that philosophy.
I know. I mean,
Any of your brood.
when you have a babysitter like Impone, really?
Hmm.
And when you have a babysitter like Weatherbottom, really?
Hmm.
You'll learn.
Yeah, you learn
You
from
learn
what they
fast.
don't do. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a big
Excellent.
list.
Well, this is good because there may be opportunity for you to learn more.
Look, and I'm always up for learning more and I'm always good for opportunities. I just want to make sure that what I set you out to do was
Has it been done? Absolutely. The objects have been found.
Perfect. Awesome. Fantastic.
They've been
you
found.
guys yes, I know. You've just said that and confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the thing with the werewolves is now complete.
Yeah, you're going to owe us for that because you didn't ask for that.
What?
You asked us to find the objects. I clarified
Yep.
that. You didn't ask us to deliver anything.
I didn't expect you to.
Okay.
I wanted them found so that we could say they're here.
Okay.
I wanted them found by you guys because I knew you guys could do it.
They were found. The werewolves
And
now
you don't-
have their fetish.
Yes. Yes, I know. I have somebody walking right in right now to solidify that it's been completely put together. And I'll be going into court in about an hour to help somebody, shall we say that we have now an agreement and a truce with werewolves and push my claim.
We also have additional things that if you would like them, you will owe us for.
Okay, and what additional things do you have? Put it on the table. Let's see what we got.
3 potentially really strong backers for your claim.
Okay, I'm listening.
Edward Neely,
Okay.
he's a little pissed at Peterson. Peterson fucked him, but he,
With no lube. It was really bad.
yeah.
Mhm.
So his demands aren't terrible. He
Okay.
wants to be able to come back into Chicago proper, which if he has been accepted back into the tower, he should be able to. Free and clear to reside and do business. And yeah, he wants to claim part of the north side close to his residence in Evanston.
Well, that explains why Weatherbottom and Capone were in Evanston a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they were talking to him, but we were there the same night.
Good timing.
Yeah, impeccable, really.
Not wrong.
And well, he's not a big fan of Capone either.
Who is?
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly. So yeah, he's looking for domain rights of the rails and ports in North Chicago, and also the ability to create progeny. Basically of any Ventru in the city would have under, Ventru rule.
That will piss Capone off so much.
Seems
Okay.
all the more a reason to do it then.
I mean, you're not wrong. Again, I'm listening. I want to make sure I know what I'm getting.
Naomi Stewart. If you've slept on her, that's a mistake.
I haven't slept on her.
Good. Because she is an excellent asset to have. She wants rights of education of the young, the fledglings. First, anyone unsuitable for that can go to Cretius.
That's an interesting bargaining chip.
Her school recognized appropriately.
Okay.
And she wants to be primogen of Clan Ventru because if you are smart, you will realize a Ventru prince cannot handle a domain this size and clan interests.
Again, I've learned. On top of my list.
You don't
That's
want to
why
get
she wants it.
neutered like your sire.
Exactly.
Look, my sire did very few things correctly. So I can say from him and how Peterson have acted, not exactly the best things I would ever implement is what they've been doing.
Thirdly,
Mm-hmm.
Baron Sorsha Tanvers of Schomburg.
You talked to Tant.
Yes, of course I did.
Okay, I'm now listening.
And we
You
walked
had my
away.
attention.
You should have been listening before. Okay.
Oh, no. I didn't have the clearance nor the authorization to listen to her before.
Yeah, well, I don't have to worry about those approvals now, do I? Now,
No, you don't.
so spoke with her. She is very willing to give up every single contact or associate she had developed in the Sabbat to get a seat at the table and ability to do business with Chicago.
Okay. Well, I was thinking of offering seats to the anarchs at the table so we can, shall we say, combine efforts to make a more unified Chicago.
Absolutely. And she doesn't care about her own personal position. She's just looking for interests to be addressed.
Schaumburg is the gateway into the Goblin Roads
Yes.
and towards Milwaukee,
Yes.
which our borders truly start.
Yes. So like I said, we have really great assets for you.
And what am I paying for said assets?
We all have an ask.
I bet you all do.
I'll let the gentleman go first.
Gentlemen?
Well, I will be blunt since I am not very good with cooperating with words.
No, you're better with swords.
I want you to provide the members of my clan who may or may not have had the opportunity to choose correctly a passage into the Camarilla. Sure, you understand from your decades the Sabbat have not died. They will come back eventually. You're going to need people capable to fight, and no offense, but the current generation isn't exactly raised for war.
No, they're not. If I let the La Sombra into the city, they're not of your bloodline. And they are of Sabbat.
Defectors.
What price could they pay to show their allegiance to Camarilla?
I am willing to leave that to your judgment. My clan, especially those old enough to have known better, should be punished for their foolishness. As long as you provide a path, I do not care what it is paved with.
And who would you suggest as their primogen, if we allow them in?
I'm sure there are a few enterprising kindred.
Do you
until
have a
someone
suggestion?
until someone appropriate makes themselves known, I am willing to temporarily take the responsibility.
You realize how temporary turns into permanency, correct?
Once upon a time, I thought I was doing the right thing by leaving my family behind. I've since been educated that may have been wrong. I don't like making the same mistake twice.
So you're willing to be the father of your clan, per se.
Same as Montano did for my ancestors.
Okay.
Of course, until a more suitable option shows up, willing to take the position.
So I do not relish the idea of potentially arguing with some of the members you have on your council. I am confident but not foolish.
Oh, let's just say word has already spread about what you did in Schaumburg. Not just within the courts.
You should have seen it, Kevin. You should have seen it. I wasn't, while they were doing that, we were talking with the Baron. Okay, we kind of divided and conquered, right? And literally, as we walk out of our meeting with the Baron, shit's going up in flames. It was beautiful.
I was told that. And then I was told about the bloodbath within.
Mm-hmm. The flames were my idea, I have to say.
Valid and well done, because hiding the masquerade is first and foremost. Excellent job. I heard about all that.
They weren't worth much to fight, to be honest, but
Sir,
That
you
must
do
be done.
realize you are a seasoned warrior, right?
Yes, unfortunately, it appears that's an art that has been lost over the centuries.
So I assume that I've heard you also have been collecting boons to teach people how to fight. You have pretty much solidified yourself in not only wanting to be the primogen of your clan, but also, shall we say, instructing young ones on how to fight.
All for the power of the Camarilla.
Interesting. Who's next?
I think mine's a relatively simple ask.
Really, Dr. Smith?
Yes.
Okay.
Blanket right to progeny for all of Clan Tremere within Chicago.
Wow. Blanket. More so than what my clan would be.
If you wish to negotiate it down, I'm more than willing to hear a counter.
I'd say 3 per Tremere.
That seems reasonable.
Being I know how many Tremere are in your clan in the city. Do you know?
Roughly.
Mm.
May I have one small addition?
Okay.
I get 4.
After you deal with Diasabo,
Deal.
do something with him.
He will have an abundance of clan duties that he must attend to, Kevin. Don't you worry.
True, once he gets back into being named Primogen, you guys haven't named him Primogen yet. And I sincerely doubt Tracy will throw any of her support with him. I may or may not have heard a little anarch running around.
One step at a time.
Yeah, he's already 4.
And it should be really hilarious when we get ahead.
I want to see you get ahead. You've got potential here. But I also want to make sure you realize just how unfortunately slithering he is. He should have been made a snake.
Just make sure there's no small holes to squirm out of then.
I didn't poke the holes in the ground. That's other people.
We'll have something cooked up soon, I feel.
I hope so. Who's next?
I suppose I'll go with a slightly more complex offer.
I mean, Dr. Sanchez, sometimes you are very complex.
Well, you know the business I've built up in Chicago and continue to build.
Some of my people live actually in your business, yes.
Yes. I'm a doctor.
Yes.
I want my places where I treat my patients to be safe.
Okay.
I want them essentially to have the status of Alicia, where there will be no use of powers and no violence without my permission.
With
Strictly
that, you
within the
mean-
clinics.
With that, would you be considered the keeper?
Oh, I have some people who can fill that role.
For each?
Yes. It's a wonder what happens when you treat people well instead of trying to hunt them like dogs.
I
If you
wouldn't
catch
know
my
what you're
drift.
I wouldn't know what you're referring to. And he gives you a wink. Give me a list of each one and who would be the head of it.
All right.
All right, Bachelor Spotter, who's next?
Oh, there is one more thing. Just
Yes.
the changelings and the werewolves should also have a seat at the table.
Already working on the werewolves. Changelings are next. Tracy's working on the mages.
I can put you in contact with some appropriate changelings if you need.
Cool. Yes, Dr. Hammond.
Oh no, I was just making mental note. Okay.
Okay.
So
All
Tracy's
of a sudden
working
I
with
see
mages.
this.
I was about to say, I have a few mages that I know too, but okay.
Tracy works with a lot of people I have discovered in the past.
I'm sure she does. She's a very capable woman.
She
You're
is one of the
not
most
wrong.
interconnected of my clan without fail.
This is correct. Sitting down to tea with her lasts more than several evenings.
And speaking about connection,
Yes, Mr. Bastion.
I do have a favor to ask as well. I expect this to not change anything between our friendship, Kevin.
What would ever change between our friendship besides you wanting to kill me? I mean, other than that, I think we'd be fine.
Very well. And I am quite a connoisseur of the human society.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been learning a lot about how they are working nowadays. And there is a clear gap in our net of connections. It appears the current owner of the influence amidst the telecommunications, amidst the journals, amidst the... I don't think they was redacting information anymore, but you know what I mean. Is not very good.
So you're saying Weatherbottom is being a piss poor asshole?
Oh, I was speaking specifically about. Actually, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. So,
Okay, cool. At least we're on the same page. That's the important part.
Yes. So I would like to have that, and I would.
You want the telecommunications or Weatherbottom? I'm a little confused. I think you're in either or.
Would you really think I would need your help to getting someone?
No. I'm not saying that at all. I'm trying to understand what you're asking so that I can ascertain if things can go on.
I want the influence. I want the media. You would, yes, you would not believe of how many young Toreador are buzzing around social media and internet.
No, I can't believe it. To be honest, it's your clan.
Yes,
You're
I
not
can
wrong.
believe I have the networking already. I am willing to have my lovely little network working for the Masquerade, guaranteeing that no breaches appear on the journals, on the internet. That is so hard.
So you're sweeping the net for all of this then, pretty much.
Yes.
Okay. I see nothing wrong with this. You're actually doing me a favor.
Oh, yes, I am sure.
Well, you're actually doing us and the Camarilla and all of, Kindred Society a favor as well. I mean, we all know what the little crepes over in Wheaton are doing.
You have no idea how big is my sense of heroism.
I'm sure. Spotter, you're sitting there awfully quiet. And knowing your clan, that's scary and bad.
No, shouldn't be too bad. Yeah.
I know your sire. Are you kidding me?
Two things. One's a proposal. We'll save it for the end.
I'm not sure if I can accept. I might be a taken man. I don't know if, you want to do that. I'd have to ask my partner.
Oh, boy.
I'm kidding.
Poor Taylor.
Anywho. She ribs him for that.
All right. Yes, mundane compared to the rest of the coterie.
Give me both of them. This is fine.
Status.
First one.
Status in resources.
Status and resources in the Camarilla or your clan?
In the Camarilla.
I thought you had that, but okay. What kind of status do you want?
Just make sure good old Spotter's name gets passed around as someone who gets things done.
Okay. Are we talking mid-level or are we going more Spotter is the person to go to?
No, let's start. Since I'm asking for two things technically, let's keep it even. Start low. I like to earn my keep.
I think you have already, but sure. I mean, it's not like I didn't ask you here just for funsies.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Okay.
So nothing crazy. Just
I won't promote you to
ins-
Primogen, but I'll give you something a little bit closer to that.
thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. Proposal. This one's a little more long-winded, just to warn you.
Hit me. Not
So-
literally.
During the course of the investigation into the fetish,
Mhm.
it became apparent that, and I'm not saying this to insult your intelligence, you probably already know all of this.
Sure, hit me. Go for it.
There are other pieces on the board.
Uh-huh.
And question, you are aware of what happened in the Undercity last week with the flooding, correct?
I met with your sire. Yes. I'm very sorry for that.
Thank you.
We are honoring the age-old agreement, apparently. And 5 men are going down into the sewers as of 2 hours ago.
Thank you. However, the person responsible is still out there and also happens to
don't
be a
say his
piece of the
name.
board. What?
We don't say his name.
Good. My ask for this is right of destruction.
The person that did the drowning
No.
or the person that had ordered it? I want to make sure because I do not want to send you against an abomination.
Not
and
that.
That's
The one who
I don't
called
have
the
that much
shot.
of a death wish.
okay.
We want the
Look.
shot caller.
Look, you guys are all capable people. I wouldn't want you to do the thing. So clarification.
Understood. And makes sense. No, we want the person. I want the person.
So you
Oh,
want
sure.
Maxwell.
But it also helps
Okay.
you.
Oh,
It's a-
it always helps me, especially with him. I'm not saying my hesitation for saying yes right now
Mhm.
is because I know something you don't.
Hmm.
And he'll look over to Sanchez for a moment. She talked to you, didn't she? Red hair, jumps around all the time. Maybe you're not running around with a shotgun.
Quite possibly.
So I had a visit. Not from Lucin, but from her Archon best friend.
Ah,
Let's just say an investigation is being held and possible red list ass may be coming forth.
Understood.
Which you know what that means?
Absolutely, we do.
Now, I would love to say yes and give you right of destruction. But also, I think it would be even more advantageous for you to wait until it is put on a red list. Therefore, you can get even more status.
Are you a Ventru?
Yes, I am. Very much so. I may or may not be cut from the same cloth as the rest of my brethren. But at the same time, I didn't have as many problems with my brethren in having, shall we say, pitfalls of not wanting to learn.
Fair enough.
And that carries me to my ask.
Go ahead, Dr. Hammond. I'm all ears.
You wanted things found,
Indeed. And you found them,
and they were found.
which I'm greatly appreciative of.
Yes. I would like to offer you an opportunity to learn how to actually rule in hostile territory.
Okay, and pray tell, how am I going to do that?
By having me tutor you.
You want to be my Mala? That was an interesting laugh and pause, madam.
Let's just say I am well experienced.
As Critias has reminded me of. repeatedly. There's a reason why I picked you.
The people in my time named me their queen in a
Why weren't you-
war-torn area of the Ottoman Empire.
Why weren't you made Ventru?
Because I left England and told them to fuck off. It was the age
That's
of
valid.
revolution.
Yeah, okay, that's valid. Missed opportunity.
Hence, Bruja.
You're not wrong.
So yeah, I would like to be your Mola. And
That's your prize.
and in return for being your Mala, you will learn quite a lot, and you will be a prince the likes of which the Camarilla has never seen.
Valid.
And you will do great things with this jewel of a city under my
Which
tutelage.
I'm hoping.
In return, I would like to have hospitality in any domain you or your descendants are in. For perpetuity.
Life debt. Got you.
Just for hospitality.
Oh,
The Venture
I
version.
understand. I understand exactly what you're asking.
I will give you your kingdom, Kevin. And you will be your own man ruling it. I don't want to rule behind you. I don't even want a title. I have no political aspirations for your domain. I just want to see it ruled properly.
That's fair. And all of this for those main three backing me.
And ensuring that Cretius does back you, because I still haven't given him his damn book.
No, but he knows you have it.
Of course he knows I have it. I've been telling him every time I've got it. I'm just waiting.
No, that's fine. See, here's the glorious part of all of this. I asked you to find it because I knew it was here. The delivery of it was all in fate's hand. I just had to nudge it a little. And that's what I did with you, was nudge it so that fate would take over. Wouldn't be able to find it if you guys hadn't started looking, right?
Correct. But we did a
People
little
would-
extra work because we believe you have the best potential to make something great.
I appreciate that. And I honestly do appreciate it. Many people think all I do is sit there and just talk about a bunch of hot air, but I do actually mean it. I don't say shit just to say shit. Unlike Loden, Peterson, Capone. My words have weight because I have followed it up with action.
And that's a good start. But now you need to learn how to rule.
Well, in about 45 minutes, I will be walking in, backing up your former peerage, and he points to Sanchez, and saying we have a deal with the werewolves. And when the council looks at everyone and says, who gave her the authority to do that? I will be standing up and saying, I did. And I'm claiming my praxis tonight.
Excellent.
Yep.
I have Critias's scrolls with me.
Perfect.
He will back you.
I will let you have the lovely talk with him about the attaining said books.
Yes.
Because my word was to him, I'll have somebody find it for you. You have to broker the deal to get it back. I have facilitated and
Oh no, he
delivered.
offered me a whip position. I laughed in his face. But
I thought you liked to play whip, not actually be a whip.
I have no, like I said, I have no political ambition in your domain whatsoever. Been there,
No, I meant the actual
I've been
whip.
there, done that. Okay, I was literally a queen in freaking Syria. So literally,
Jackson pauses you as you go on, and he will pull a satchel, and then he will pull out a biography, the actual biography that Dr. Sanchez had bought, and give it to everyone else. And he just looks at you and says, I know who you are.
yeah, you do. That one is one of the better ones. It's still the last chapter. Yeah, it was a lot of secondhand information that was colored by, yeah. But up till then, it was pretty good.
Crush just made me read it. So I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
Yeah.
Hence why I asked you to find the delivery system was going to happen. So
Absolutely.
you did what you guys did what you did. I'm appreciative of it. We now have a deal with the werewolves. Now,
So
Crucius can
you
back.
agree to our terms for the assets we have brought you.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that they're going to be city changing. I don't think they're going to be anything breaking anything. And you're actually helping out not me, but the city out. If it's for the city's best interest, why would I say no?
Exactly.
And that right there shows that you are much better than any of the rest of your brood.
Yes, because they
Or
only
your
care
sire.
about their interests.
Why make a move as prince if I don't have the right backing and the right people that can turn around and make it grow?
And this probably goes without saying, but you know to probably not mention us publicly about this assistance we've provided, yes?
I'm sorry, what?
Like it isn't the worst fucking secret in the city, okay?
Yes, but still, someone who is vying for praxis making such an official statement has weight to it that we don't need.
No, why would I? My nose is here for a reason, and I haven't cut it off to despite my face. You did what you were doing to pay off a boon. Those boons have now been released and have been erased from any record.
And the only one with any true memory of it was probably the Harpy.
Correct, who may or may not remember it now.
I just have one little side question for you, Kevin.
Sure, shoot.
Are you doing that glorious close shave every night?
Sadly enough, yes. It is a pain in the ass.
I know a gal. She can make it permanent.
No.
How do you think I have blue hair from red?
Wigs.
No.
Shut the front door. That's real?
We did the exact same
and
face.
she literally pulls and shows it's from the roots in her head.
Ow.
And blood.
That is a conversation we need to have.
Yeah.
There.
I'll
is a
take a look
massive
at my
situation.
schedule.
Taylor also, so when she said that word specifically, she saw Theo's eyes cut over to her very pointedly.
I have
a
many
stylist, and she's amazing.
I'm sure she is, but she can make that permanent.
Until I want it changed again.
Yeah, but here's the crux I'm dealing with. People want them hunted down and destroyed.
Yeah, we're not going to have that under your praxis, are we?
I am working on trying to facilitate a way for them to have protection.
I know some people who are also interested in that. We need to have this conversation.
And
Good help with that.
Okay.
I could have safe places for them to work and pay them well and keep them under the eye of people.
Of course,
who
certain
would not let
problematic
them
ones
be.
will, of course, be blood hunted as appropriate. But for by and large, most of them are just trying to get by.
If
I
they are
understand
teached
that.
right, I do believe they're capable of having a stand in this society. And I do believe we're vying for 2 educational centers.
yes, we are.
Mm-hmm.
Being gracious would like to do one. As much as I would like to keep him on my good side, I don't want to throw newbies at somebody who could eat them for snacks.
Yes, because I know what Gracious is doing. He's setting up basically home delivery.
You're not wrong.
So then if you default back to Miss Stewart's plan, Cretius will get the dregs, which will be fine fodder for snacking.
And we'll keep masquerade breaches to a minimum.
Absolutely.
And
That's
And
Some
give
will
him a
still
challenge
be-
for teaching because,
some will
he's
still
old
be
enough to have
quite
seen it all.
educated.
Oh my God, you're not wrong. He needs a challenge.
He needs a challenge.
No,
Good.
I'm glad that you brought Stuart up on this because then I can turn around and egg his goat.
Absolutely.
Because let's just say he's saying he's the one and only who could teach all of these young.
Oh, of course
children.
he thinks that. Oh my God. Okay, look, I'm gonna tell you, Cratius, fucking, not only is he old as fuck, he's a fucking sophist fucking philosopher from ancient Greece. And from Athens, no less. Literally, the Athenian fucking philosophers, they were all misogynistic pricks. They would never consider a woman being a good teacher. He only considers me as a woman a good teacher because I'm part of the fucking line.
And
Now sit in a lecture hall with him for a year to understand all of kindred politics.
Yeah, no, I'll
Whoa.
pass. I don't even want to be his whip.
Look, I had to go through that. I know exactly what he's asking.
Did it truly only take a year for him to teach you all that? I would feel that would be a multi.
Oh, he's a
Year
very
spanning
capable
subject.
teacher.
Sir, I'm a very capable student.
And I'm glad of that because I don't take
Mhm.
scrubs. But
Should any of your kindred or I suppose humans need to learn how to fight with our kind, you are welcome to send them to me in my private security business. Don't. I have faith that Thin Bloods may be something interesting, but
Oh,
wouldn't trust
Kajai,
them.
you and I
My
must
bad.
talk.
Oh,
That's
let's just put you this way. The Sabbat have been utilizing them,
oh, of course they have.
and they have a. Forgive me, Dr. Smith. I'm not versed in a lot of the blood sorcery rituals, but they have a ritual that I've actually seen done where they make themselves the sun and burn everything around them and then blow up.
Seems familiar, but I can't place it.
Using
I'll have to
them
do
as
some looking.
fucking suicide bombers, basically.
Oh, yes. So if you can offer the Thin Bloods protection, I'm sure many will jump over if they're having that utilized with them.
Of course they would. They're basically they're considered
Look, I have to deal with the
third-class citizens in both societies.
Look, I have to deal with the Nodists saying that these people are the end of times and blah 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 blah. Look,
Nodists are wrong
Religion
on so
aside-
many things.
religion aside, because I don't adhere to the Book of Nod, I do not believe that that is a thing that everyone should put all of their. It's like any religion. Why base your laws on some stupid religion when there's no base or fact on it? I'm looking at it from the standpoint of I need to keep these people safe. We need to turn around and utilize them to the best of their abilities. Plus, at the same time, they're masquerade breaches.
Yeah.
And I do not want them here. I don't want them. I'm not saying that I don't want them here, but I don't want them to be a masquerade breach that could be utilized by the Sabbat against us.
Right.
So might as well take them in, do what we can to keep them here, and handle what we can. 'Cause
Try
I
to
know
treat
there's-
them with a bit of decency. That's the thing.
If you can prove to them that they have value to you, that's also a grand
Yeah.
step in the right direction.
Most of us are old enough to remember that before the Thin Bloods even were around, the
It was a caitiff.
Nodists were screaming the same thing about the caitiff and trying to have them wiped
or
out.
the fledglings that were,
Yes.
Remember when they called 11th gen the heralds of the end times? Yeah, they just keep backing it up. Okay, to the most recent gens. That's all
Why
they
do you
do.
think-
Yeah,
Yes.
Why do you think I stopped listening to them?
yeah, they're full of shit.
There's no point to it. If we can find a way to not only handle the caitiffs, I'm trying to get them in as deputies, the ones that are capable, and then slowly putting people into place that will be fostered into the system so they actually have a clan. On top of that, if we could do that with the Thin Bloods, that would be even better. Yes, Dr. Smith.
This is actually a question for the face behind Kevin Jackson. I need to talk to the
Okay.
storyteller.
Hi, storyteller.
Is it even remotely common knowledge for me? I don't know if it would be for others, but for me about the whole how thin bloods can stop the whole being thin blood thing. Is that
Slurp
like
a vampire,
knowledge?
become a real
Yeah.
vampire?
I'm wondering if I know that.
Give me intelligence and occult.
Certainly. No, it wouldn't in this case. No. I thought I have an occult specialty, but I don't think it applies here.
Your occult specialty is rituals, isn't it?
It's hermeticism.
Yeah, throw it in.
My awareness is rituals, I believe.
Oh, okay. Chance for you guys all the third dice. Would I say no to this? Of course not.
But while he's rolling and stuff, Taylor's going to say, yeah, I get why some of the vampires in the city would be against them because they see them as a threat. Not necessarily the noddest view of a threat, but they see them as a threat because they literally think that they'll try to come after them for their power, for their potency, for whatever. And most of them, I don't really get that vibe at all. They're just trying to exist as they are. I mean, they've adapted their own kind of alchemy, basically, to be able to do a lot of things very similar to us.
I agree.
And they can walk in the daylight. At least some of them can.
You're correct. I agree with you on this. And I think if we could work together in your own unique ways to facilitate this and show the Camarilla that they are viable. And
Absolutely,
they are people to utilize. And I don't mean utilize as in their pawn pieces, but to utilize them as a people they are.
Right.
Can you imagine how much we would change this?
Absolutely. When you're including voices of anarchs, other supernatural beings, and the Thin Bloods, you're looking at the domain as a whole.
Exactly. Why cut off your noses and spite your face just because they're the sign of the end of times? The end of times were back
is
when
that like is that like a cam sponsored religion or something? It seems like there's a shit ton of noddists in the cam.
Yes and no. Mostly it's Sabbatists who have come into cam and defected that are preaching this. But at the same time, all this crap was said, back at the court of the Convention of Thorns. So I think it's just a bunch of bullshit anyhow, because
I blame the Malkavians. They started that shit. But anyway.
Malkavians.
Are you kidding? Sun says it all the fucking time.
Yeah, Malkavians okay, well, Sun is a problem.
Oh.
Sun has always been a problem. Mm-hmm. Ever since he ate the Primogen and is trying to vie for Primogen shit.
Yeah, don't give him that. Yes. Don't give him that. He's doing some sus shit under the city.
He's also working with Capone.
If you're wise, you'll listen to the clan majority. Many Malkavians within the city are very worried about him becoming Primogen.
Some of them are damn terrified of him.
I'm worried about him being Primogen. Are you fucking kidding me? A known Diablerist? Well, not known, but known.
Yes. I recommend a blood hunt.
I mean, yes, I recommend that too, but I would recommend instead of Sun, there's another who has as much or greater status both within the Camarilla and within the Malkavian clan itself, who could act as a Primogen.
Okay.
Josephine.
A bouncy redhead.
You mean Miss Davis?
Yes.
Oh, God. Just when I need her and her clippy clappy heels going, oh, Mr. Davis. Oh, Mr. Jackson, I need to talk to you. Yes, Miss Davis. Mm-hmm. That, you want to give me a permanent headache.
Sometimes that comes with the territory.
Headache.
Yeah, better a headache than millions of bloodstains covering the city.
You're already going to have some antagonistic influences within your Primogen Council that are self-serving and out for themselves that you can't remove.
True.
Gee, I wonder who she's talking about.
And she looks to Basti and says, you know damn well.
I wonder.
And a bitch?
Yeah.
I already know that.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
And of course, even mine. can sometimes be that way, but we're going to work on trying to make sure he's more aligned with you. But
fair.
I will tell you that it would behoove you to have Josephine, because at least she and you will have the same goals in mind: maintaining the Masquerade, making sure that the city is stable. These are things that you'll have in common.
And also, she's damn good with a sniper rifle.
She certainly is.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. I guess I give this persona a job too. Sure, why not?
I mean,
She needs to be
Wearing
busy on
the
both
crown,
sides. Oh, trust me. It's in the bag.
Do let us know in case you get word before we do that Maxwell's been red listed. I want dibs on that.
Are you kidding? I've promised Spotter I would never turn around and say no and not give him the first dibs. And I am definitely sure that once he knows.
We're all going to know. It'll be fine.
Mhm.
I'm just going to sit outside his apartment waiting for the text.
Wait, Maxwell's apartment or
I
yours?
don't know. I'm just saying it.
I will know. I will let you know this. And he does look at his clock going, I got to get going. But I will tell you this. If you go after Maxwell, you're going to need people behind you because he has fortified himself in a dead zone.
Of course he has.
He
is many things, but he is not stupid.
This is true. He does your client credit, Taylor.
He does. To some extent, but he also does disservice to it.
I know about that already. Don't worry. I'll keep everyone here informed.
Would you like for me to talk to Cretius now before you have to meet with him?
You know, Dr. Hammond, I would definitely adore you even more than I do now.
Oh, you're going to love me by
would.
the time I'm done teaching you, Kevin.
As if I don't already.
Will I need to be present for this meeting?
Oh,
Unless you want to see it done. I mean, you don't have to.
We don't
But if
have
you'd like
to.
to, you're welcome.
They're not going to start fighting. I should not be present.
I would never start fighting in the middle of Elysium. Are you kidding? You've met the keeper, right?
I love her. She's great.
I love her.
Oh, I do too. She does do a mean chokehold. I will tell you that.
Excellent.
Speaking from experience.
Do you need help?
She taught me how to fight.
Oh.
She taught me how to handle things.
Good. You've learned from a Bruja before. We'll get along just fine. Fantastic.
Yes. Cretius, her, and now you.
Yeah.
And I do not hold grudges between clans. Why? It's not there's no
I
reason
don't
for
either.
it.
I just particularly hold grudges against mostly individuals. Yeah.
That's the best way to be because it's the individual that made the accident, not the clan.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Man, if only people would say that.
And she finishes her sex on the beach and she says, well, Kevin, it was a pleasure as always. I'm going to go speak to my primogen and ensure he gets his scrolls.
Appreciate that. And he'll stand up and offer you all handshakes and, of course, Bastion a hug.
Yes.
Magnus
And he'll
finishes
go,
his whiskey.
thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you all getting the job done as fast as you have. And things will be changing tonight because of you.
Yes,
It'd be fun.
they will.
Okay.
And Sophia will open the door and look around and she'll smile. Anything else you guys need?
Nope. I'm just going to speak with Cretius briefly before we leave.
And she'll keep the door open to let you all go out. And as you go out and you speak to Cretius, the man has many different pronunciations. We're going to go on break.
Absolutely.
So, yay! Thank you guys so much. We'll see you back at 10.
Bye. We'll be back, y'all.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Well, we just had a wonderful meeting with Kevin Jackson and Spotter got a great talk with Taylor. So as people are leaving, where are we going next?
Maybe to the bar?
That's fair.
Sure.
Taylor has spoken to Cretius and has done her ask with him.
Yep. She just asked him for whatever favor she needs later because she doesn't want to be his whip.
This is true. Because who wants to do that?
Nope.
And I've texted Tracy to let her know that we need to speak because she needs to be updated on some shit.
She'll ask when and where.
I imagine, Magnus, did you get us a car to go back to the bar?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So she's going to look to Theodore and be like, so you and Tracy, y'all friendly, right?
Yes.
I would love to meet her.
I can help with that.
Awesome.
She's very personable and easy to talk to, so.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well,
She has been a rather useful resource coming here to the city.
And I will say, I noticed some here perked up a bit when I mentioned Thin Blood did my hair. Urzuli and Adzi, they are kind of taking in, protecting Thin Bloods.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm friendly with those two. So, yeah, that's how I got the stylist to do my hair. So, yeah, but they're really kind of passionate about that.
All right.
Yeah.
Toes to avoid.
Yeah. So that's why if Kevin's really interested in trying to integrate them and make sure that they are treated appropriately, I'm going to make sure he's connected with them to work that out because they're already operating that right here in the city.
I should
Nice.
probably get in contact with them then. Just to offer
I
my
can
help.
take you to their disco. Do you dance?
Not well.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll have fun.
if they need protection, you're free to offer my assistance. It's the new primogen of.
Yes, the protection of a primogen is
You literally.
Kajai. My war veteran friend.
I knew you're driven, but damn, did you want a title?
I didn't at first, but I think this is probably the shortest trip a kindred has ever taken to becoming a primogen.
Yeah.
And
So,
I gotta say, there's some that are primogen status just because they get the job, but as soon as they lose it, they lose that status and impact on their clanmates and stuff. But if you're the one facilitating the welcome wagon, as it were, of the defecting La Sombra, that will get you the status irrespective of being primogen.
Absolutely.
I know, but I'm not sure if you all know the reputation of my bloodline amongst our clan, but our position is one of envy and hatred.
Oh, absolutely. You're descended from Montano, yeah?
Yes, it is often a game for the Sabat to hunt for us when they arrive at a city. Though I hope that the rumors of the somber primogen begins to spread. It might, give me something fun to fight once they return.
So there's the reason.
That's the reason. I see what it is. It's always the war with you. It's always the war with you. Tell you.
Okay.
You can take the La Sombra out of the war, but you can't take the war out of the La Sombra. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and Kajai, let me offer you my services on that regard. If you find that the members of your clan are in need of some type of help that you cannot provide, I am more than happy to speak with each and every one of them and help you decide whichever is best fit for the position, either of whip or if you want to step down.
I will do so, of course. To be honest, I've never been good at micromanaging people, and I don't think I would get the same leeway as Critias would disposing of members of the clan who irritate me, so perhaps someone with more patience would be a good whip.
Mhm. So yeah, we can work on that to guarantee that your clan has a nice future in the city.
You all ask for interesting things. I didn't expect him to agree to so many of them.
Kevin is not actually stupid. He knows we are all incredibly capable individuals. And we are excellent assets to be able to utilize. So if we need him to do things for us, to repay for things we've done for him, he's going to do it. Because having us on his side is better than having us operating against him.
We also proved our loyalty to the Camarilla by asking things that would only benefit the city. So what reason would he have, taking from his own words, to not allow that?
Well, the only reason would be if he were taking lessons from Loden and just not wanting any possible threat to his power.
I do believe that
Which,
he's happily not as paranoid.
Oh, I'm sure he's got a healthy dose of paranoia just because, you know, he is what he is, what we all are. But at the same time, he wasn't tainted by his sire. He wasn't groomed by his sire. Instead, he was left basically to his own devices to the extent to witness what his sire and his brood were doing and to see their fuck-ups. Because they were self-interested, self-centered, fucking ego-driven. He's got his own ego. I see it. He takes pride in that fucking paladin title.
Mm-hmm.
He sees himself as a shining knight.
That's why I asked him about it. I hadn't actually heard the tale and wanted to make sure of its validity, I suppose.
But if he truly has noble intention, I plan to capitalize on that and make sure it benefits everyone in this domain. Because when I did it in life, I had noble intentions. I had my failures, but I learned from them. And I'm going to teach him what I learned. Because what I learned, even though it was amongst kind, is incredibly applicable to vampire society.
Humans are just us a little bit before, anyways.
Exactly.
Or we are humans a little bit after.
Oh, I hope you all don't mind. I've invited a guest,
Oh,
Tracy Graves.
okay.
all right.
Just a quick text, but I think she should meet you all.
Okay.
Very well.
She is an excellent contact in the city.
Yes, I will
If you
put.
look for it.
I will put a lot of stock in whatever you say about your clan, considering there will be a lot of them in a short period of time.
Before she arrives, I've been doing some thinking and some research, along with help. I will be bringing up a sensitive topic for those who care to be warned. When we get Maxwell, there will inevitably be talk of diablerie. Oh, I have right to Amaranth this, etc. that.
Oh, especially if they're on the red list. That's a freebie.
Oh,
frankly, I don't like how limiting that is. I don't like that the diablerie could only go to one person. So if you all would like, I can start on preparations to learn something where we could all benefit from it.
Are you absolutely shitting me?
I echo.
I love how the Premier sometimes puts shit like this off, you know? What if we break every rule of existence whatsoever just for fun?
You mean we all could get the benefit of it?
Yes.
Maxwell,
okay, look into that and then tell us what the fucking drawbacks are.
Of course. I don't honestly believe there will be that many.
I can't believe that something like that is possible without some huge fucking cost.
It is not something used often, but I'm fairly confident I can learn it.
I will offer a bit of a warning first. I admit I don't know too much about how these people work, but the death of someone on the red list is not easily forgotten. I know many of you don't want the accolades from that. It may be difficult to stay unknown once people find out you've killed someone like that.
Indeed,
Well,
that would be a question that will be asked.
If we do this as a coterie, Kajai, you've already said you actually kind of want the notoriety.
And Spotter wants it too.
So
it could have been a tag team effort between the two of you.
Yep.
And the rest of us could have just been in the vicinity.
And yeah, just assisted.
Yes.
Good vibes.
The best way to guarantee that an answer goes to the right ears is to give the answers ourselves.
That's right.
Y'all are fucking scary.
Yes, we are, and so are you.
I am a puppy, don't worry.
Thus is the curse of age.
Yep.
Oh no, I shouldn't say I'm a puppy. Weatherbottom is my puppy now.
Yeah, you're not a puppy, Bastion. Okay, don't even lie. Okay.
Yes, so Weatherbottom is up my leash now. We can, I can set him up however we like. I can, set his things up to Misty. He looks at Magnus. I can, whatever we decide.
And within a short amount of time, you should hopefully have a media conglomerate that you can focus on.
With a lot of Toreador that are all up in the uppity about the internet, yes.
That is something that will need to be watched very closely.
Of course.
The spread of information and specifically how fast and how permanently it can spread is beyond anything we've ever seen before.
One thing one of my fledgling friends say is that once something hits the internet, it never leaves.
It's forever.
And you remember how quickly, you told us, Bastion, how quickly you gave Weatherbottom our address at the bar. And he had eyes on it within seconds.
Mm-hmm. That's why I am a little hesitant to kill him just yet. It's better to take everything that's useful first.
It might also be worth it to collaborate with the clan that knows the most about the internet, despite losing a significant portion of their servers.
I am very open to negotiations.
I will leave that to you two, and he gestures between Bastion and Spotter.
Right. And with that, the car stops and allows you guys to depart from the alleyway into the back end of the bar.
Magnus, quickly
Yes.
before. There's someone you're after, right? I don't have all the details.
I have more details than I used to.
Good. If I can help with my unique skill set,
Mm-hmm.
let me know.
I appreciate that.
Mhm.
That's definitely something I'll be probably asking all of you to help out with, just because my living cousins are very unpredictable in what they can do and what they're good at. So taking one of them out, even when you know their weaknesses, is not exactly a simple affair.
Sure. No, and I just want to make sure you know. Just tell me when you need me.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Magnus, can I
And-
have a word with you privately before we get with the others?
Yes, of course.
Sure. I'll head inside.
Heading inside as well.
She looks to him and says, you know, I've been spending a little bit of time with Misty this week.
Mm-hmm.
She told me about the night of her embrace. Exactly what happened.
The black spirals.
Do you know that she's kinfolk?
I hadn't confirmed that, but it
Yeah.
was a...
She said her father called them cousins.
called the black spirals cousins.
Hmm.
So she's not
Yeah.
regular kinfolk. She's black spiral kinfolk.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't ascribe to that at all.
Good.
Very much against it. Because it traumatized the shit out of her when they attacked. Okay? That's what she basically went through when the fetish did its thing.
Gotcha.
God, that poor kid. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, she's better off as one of us than one of them.
For real. But she's terrified that they're going to try to hunt her down. And I haven't danced with those things all that much, but from what I've heard about them, that's not unlikely. Because she's one that got away. That might be a problem.
Okay, Junie. Magnus pulls out his his phone, and sends a text to question, and is like, "So, hypothetically, if and you have to give me a second because I'm trying to put this in D&D terms so that he would have,
Hellhound?
if a hellhound were tracking someone that used to be, let's say,
Related?
pact bound to them, related by descent, and that person was able to have a transformation spell, a permanent transformation spell cast on them,
There we go.
would that keep the hellhound from being able to track them down? Trying to plan some things for next week's game.
Roll.
God, good thing she's a ragabash because an Arun wouldn't get any of that.
I know,
Thank
right?
fuck she's a ragabash.
I have to do a roll of bullshit to unbullshit that bullshit.
You're welcome.
I'm going to spell the willpower because that roll sucked. Okay, that's better. So 9 crit basically says, I know exactly what you're asking, reading between the lines.
Yeah.
Cool. You got a call.
Yep.
The permanent fuck of what? You're speaking on an encrypted line. My best friend's Glasswalker, and there should be a cockroach running through your phone at the moment. So it's fine. The
Cool.
fuck? Who's with you?
Long story short,
Tell her I'm with you.
Taylor's with me. right now.
Okay. Oh, okay. Then yes. Do the plain speak, because I just read that and then I read it 4 times and then I was about ready to get my books and went, oh shit.
So,
Here.
long story very short.
Hand it here. Taylor grabs the phone. Question.
Answer.
If this is secure.
It's as secure as your mind.
Excellent. So, literally, if, let's say, a kin of BSDs got embraced,
Yeah.
would the BSDs still be able to track her?
Oh God. How deep did they go down?
I don't know, but they literally traumatized the shit out of her. That's what led to her embrace night.
Oh, okay. So she wasn't a kinfolk that fell. She was just unfortunate relatedly to them.
Yeah, she, maybe her parents were, but she had not. She's young.
Shit. How much of a embracey brace did they brace? I mean, was this recently? Was this like 10 years ago?
No, it's recent.
Oh shit. Is that what well, okay, you guys all smell like worm. It's a given.
The baby one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does she smell like baby or does she smell worse?
She smells, yeah. I could smell the BSD, but yeah. Ooh. Okay. That explained why I was Give me 30 seconds, okay? Can I put you on hold?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then Taylor will literally hold the phone so she can still hear, but then she'll basically sum up to Magnus what all was said.
Okay.
And it takes about maybe a minute where you get, well, that's a thing. I just asked a Thurge about the whole wibbity wobbity jimmity jimmity timey wimey thing. Okay. The smell will fade, but the thing is that it's gonna take some time.
How long?
Right, because I time all this.
If
I have proper timelines. Hold on, excuse me. Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Ask if her form is permanently changed, will that make things better?
If her form is permanently changed, will that make things better?
Well, they've lost a breeder, so she won't be hunted to breed. They might hunt her just to corrupt her to the point where she can do horrible, evil things for them.
Right.
But she's with you guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No. Look, have your wizard do a protection spell around the entire area where she lives at.
Okay. Got it. Will do.
1 second. I don't think she's getting what I'm saying. If we have her form permanently changed through one of your thin blood friends' little alchemy things, will that make it harder for them to track her?
She does understand, but at the same time, it's not going to, because she has a scent on her that the werewolves can pick up that we can't.
Soul scent, essentially?
Yeah. Question could smell the BSD. And it will fade over time because she's so young. Okay. So literally, even if we change how she looks or even her physical appearance, that's not going to change her scent.
Dude, I can still smell the Fae on your ass.
Oh, it was worth a check.
Thank you, question. We will get our guy to put a protection on the area. So, I
mean, yeah, if I don't know how your wizards work, if they can do like a little
they can do it. They can do it.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. Thanks, question. Appreciate it. She hands the phone back to Magnus.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you, Taylor.
Oh, of course. I will get to it and yeah, I speak her language for some reason. So yeah, we're both like very get to it. But yeah, so I just wanted to bring that up with you because she's a good kid.
Yep.
She's a damn good kid.
And we need to make sure she doesn't get changed from being that,
Yeah.
which this life is very good at changing people.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, let's go in and meet with the others because I don't want to keep everybody waiting, especially if we've got Tracy coming because she got a rep. So
Yeah.
let's go.
While inside Junie, I've just double checked the ward and all that stuff. Just small housekeeping.
And
Taylor walks in and she looks at Theo and says, "Can you do you have the capability to ward against werewolves?
Not yet. I can put forth some effort to it,
Or
though.
if you know
want.
somebody else that can, maybe let's focus on getting something like that around Misty's area."
Around the alcove. Okay.
Yeah, because and she looks to Matt. Is it okay if I tell them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Better they know.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been spending time with Misty this week because she was really traumatized by what the spirit did. Okay. She was way too young to experience something like that. And it took her back basically to her embrace night, which was incredibly traumatizing. And she's basically kinfolk to black spiral dancers. But she had not, as Question has said, traveled the spiral herself yet, just related by relation. And
Which ones are the
black spirals
blacks?
are the really corrupted ones that she described them as slimy and really just ruthless. Yeah.
Oh, I think
Glowing with green.
Yeah.
I think she mentioned them before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Glowing
met
with
their
green fire.
right. We met their remains in the
And
underground.
and
In the
the
underground.
resting place. Yeah.
Yeah.
So literally, and she was terrified that night when I went and tried to comfort her that they were going to come track her down.
Right, wait a moment. If they come here, would they draw a certain someone to them?
Which someone?
If she, Helena.
No. Or maybe they would. Fuck if I know. I mean, wouldn't that just be the icing on the cake? But literally, what I'm thinking, okay, so Question said that she could smell the BSD on her, but that with time it will fade. So werewolves are able to track a scent that we can't pick up. Okay? And literally, what I want is for Theodore to protect her area from werewolves so that werewolves can't get to her.
It will take me a little bit of time, but I can have that set up.
Yeah, and if you can't do it, find someone who can. Okay? I'm willing to owe a boon for that. That poor kid does not need that.
Are we protecting her?
She's Magnus's adopted child. Yes, we're protecting her.
All right.
Easy
I'll
enough.
I'll see if I can have a protective detail made for her. Though the humans aren't exactly talented for fighting kindred, let alone
Right.
whatever those things can do, but
If nothing else, they can wake her and get her the fuck out.
Yes.
Or they be the things in the way as she gets
While
away.
she gets out.
Yes. Me and Kajai spent some time here in the domain trying to find the best places to keep watch and train, and things like that. We can probably work out a security detail for the whole wreck. So we can have both
advance
her
warning
and-
if possible.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It will help us. It will help your little friends. He points at Magnus.
And then once Weatherbottom's out of the picture for the technological side, she can then have even more advanced warning because she'll be in charge of the cameras.
She will.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So really what it sounds like is we just need to give Misty a sense of security more than complete security. Because I don't think complete security is possible with our current
but
setup.
I think having, at least a last line of protection right near her area is great. And then we set up perimeter protections expanding from that.
Of course.
Teaching her how to defend herself as well.
Absolutely. She
I will
looks to
say,
Magnus. She says, if, all of us can work with her on that if you want.
Yeah.
I will
think
say,
that would be good.
my main studies and focus are not usually on wards, so it might be more advantageous to have someone else. But
That's fine.
does mean bringing in someone else who will then be able to access a place that they have created, because wards cannot stop the creator, not easily.
No, of course, but we're asking
mind.
for a specific ward against lupines. So if that's something someone's capable of doing, then let's have them do it. We owe them for it. It's fine.
Very well. I will ask around.
Yeah.
Theodore, there's a lady at the bar asking for you. I'm assuming it's Tracy.
He'll stand up and go and retrieve her, just sort of wave her over like, no, come on back. Bring her in. Tracy Graves, Coterie, you can introduce yourselves to Tracy Graves.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing?
Good evening, Miss Graves.
It is
Taylor
fun.
Hammond
Pleasure, Dr. Hammond. How are you?
takes her hand and shakes it.
Good job. Pleasure.
Spotter.
I know very much of you, Spotter. Pleasure to meet you finally.
Oh, thank you. You too.
You're welcome. Thank you.
He's not used to all the attention.
I'm going to go find a
Oh.
corner and obfuscate.
I have tea with your sire almost every other week.
Oh,
I've known you since your inception, so don't even start.
Jesus.
Dr. Magnus
Oh, he's not here
Sanchez.
helping you.
No, he's
doctor.
not.
Pleasure. I've heard about your
Shakes hand.
work as well. Your
Bastion
cousins
goes,
speak highly of you.
Thank you.
Bastion goes to her and offers her hand. Bastion, it's a pleasure. to
I
meet you.
know very much you, sir. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, even better now.
Yes, I'm sure. So, what can I help you all with?
A couple of them wanted to make your acquaintance for one reason or another. So I suppose we
okay.
can start with the smaller things.
Yeah, I basically have
much so.
recently come into contact with a few mages, and I understand you work fairly closely with them.
Oh, I do very much so. Yes.
Okay, so just wanted to make our association because I'm not trying to tread on your feet with that. I just have a couple of associates.
Oh, no. And I appreciate it. I deal mostly with the Chantry and mostly the Chantry heads. Some of them, we have disagreements gently, of course, of how, shall we say, theoretical magic should and should not be applied. However, if they wish to get paradox and rip the world asunder, who am I to argue with that? That's on them. But I do, and I believe your name was brought up just recently. Two lovely ladies, correct?
Yes.
Very much.
I believe one is a verbena. The other one, I think she said, was a euthanatos.
Oh, they're just lovely to
Mhm.
talk to. Ever want to talk about death? Seek a euthanatoid. They're known as the death mages.
Yeah, I had a document that I needed to get authenticated, and those two were recommended. So
Usually, verbena are very well known for that, depending on if you're dealing with basic witchcraft or more of a garden variety.
Mhm.
And euthanatos, well, fate, fortune, and death is always something that follows with them.
right, because I kind of wanted to get to know the history of the document and other things with the authentication, and they were able to do an excellent job.
Perfect. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad that you actually had a well-working relationship with them. That sounds fantastic.
Yes.
As Dr. Hammond confirms this, I find myself realizing something, Tracy.
Yes, Theo.
Those aren't the same ones that are keeping me under observation, are they?
No, they are not.
Oh, well, at least there's variety.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to
There's
tell you,
several
and,
variety.
and Theo just sort of shrugs as he says this. My current residence is currently being watched by mages.
Oh, fantastic.
It's a product of my clan. We don't get along with mages. And then he looks at Tracy, present company excluded.
Present company is understood. They're
Also need protection.
Oh, I'm perfectly-
not protection. It was
Wow, it went right to his head. Holy shit.
I was just going to say, do you need help with that? But Kajai always beats me to it.
Mr. Kajai, do you tend to do this often?
You
All
would
the
be
time.
surprised.
I'm mostly looking for a fun fight.
if it helps, he is
How
quite
are
capable.
you?
Don't fuck with mages. Mages can legit command sunlight to hit you.
Yes,
I do
no,
know
any
some Akashic Brotherhood that may or may not take you up on that. If you
have
understand dough, martial
Sure.
arts magic. Ever seen
Taught.
older, I hate to say it, older Asian movies that are very much Kung Fu?
wuxia, something like that.
Shanjia.
Oh, that.
Oh, like with the wires?
Are they
They're
able
not
to do that?
wires.
Are they able to teach other people how to do that?
If you're enlightened and a mage, yes. Unfortunately, we will never be enlightened due to the fact that our avatars were severed when we were embraced.
So that's how that works.
I'm sure that those words make any sense to you.
My
Your
doesn't
soul
say
was-
the same thing about the changelings.
Your soul was severed from your physical body, therefore, it will never ascend into becoming a mage.
Then what do we consume in diablerie?
Your beast. Or their beast.
So the
Is
beast
your
is
soul converted to a beast?
converted to. That makes more sense.
Yeah, it's
So-
basically cursed.
Yes.
Mm.
Correct.
The way I was
Yes.
told is that basically the human soul has a place in it for whatever may fill it. A mage, it's an avatar. For changelings, it's the Fey soul. And for werewolves, I'm sure it has something to do with nature or,
Their wolf.
you know. Yeah. And then for us, that part gets hollowed out and turned into our beast.
Correct.
So whatever would have been there
Mhm.
isn't there anymore.
So we have a pseudo soul then.
Correct.
A hollow soul.
I don't know about all that.
Oh my lord, your best was up so fast.
Why, Bastion? Have you never actually contemplated any of this?
No.
Why not?
I didn't have much in the way of teaching in regards to occult side of things.
I see. Well,
Let me correct that right now. Those mages, do they have some sort of prescience that can prevent, I don't know, a bullet to the head coming from 2 miles away?
some do.
That means some don't.
Let's just put you this way. If you want to try and get a jump on mages, make sure they don't have time on their side.
Oh, good to know.
Some
that.
do. And if they do have
Or
time on
other
their
things,
side,
because some of them are just lucky as fuck.
that, yes, that is a thing that I have found out several times.
Yeah, so
But
just
Mr.
lucky.
Kajai, I know, if you would like a good fight, I can recommend you to some that can gently and very softly whip your ass.
Perhaps, but I think for now I have enough non-kindred things to deal with.
That's true. I mean, unless you know how to do teleportation.
Is that
Given
also
enough
a thing?
time, I could.
There.
Been so much more useful during the war. But you all are interesting, but everything would be much better if we shared anything with the rest of us.
What would you like to be shared with you? I have a vast array of knowledge. I've been in this city since I was turned. Hell, I was born here.
So have I.
See, I don't know what to ask for because I don't
Start with
know
the small
what is
questions.
possible.
Anything
Can you
is
set
possible.
up teleportation throughout the city for us to use if an enemy comes back?
That would be a very hard ask. It is possible.
Throughout the city would be a heavy investment, and probably from more than just one Tremere.
I mean, I'm speaking mage. It is.
Oh,
a
you're
big
going
ask
with something
for them.
easier.
Oh, God, yes, absolutely. Why try and dabble with this blood magic that we don't have the powers in and turn around and use the people that actually do have the magic and are able to assess and articulate things faster and far greater than we can?
I don't think of mages as allies, so it might be hard for me to think of utilizing them.
That's why you need to learn how to use them gently and become friends with them.
I'd love some lessons.
Not a problem. Utilize those that you know and build upon those relationships for the next generation. I've been doing this now for, 90 to 100 years. Ever since I was turned, I jumped right into it.
Oh, to have
I'll
the
leave that to
foresight.
you all.
One had to survive in this, shall we say, interesting city underneath such people as Loden, and on top of that, my own sire. One has to have an upper hand, especially in our clan. But on top of that, a transportation or a teleport system is possible, but I would have to pull some strings for that. And that's only if the enemy comes back, because then it would be an enemy of us all.
Right.
And that is how I could sell it to them.
It's the usual politics of the thing, I assume.
Yeah, politics is everywhere, whether it be kindred, fae, mage, or werewolf. Or, God forbid, you wanted to deal with the wraiths.
The ghost. No.
I'm not a necromancer. I'd rather not.
I
had my run with 10. I don't think I want to
try
do
to
that again.
avoid.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone have any other questions? Or I'm here at Dr. Smith's request, so.
Oh, if you would like, I can give you some even more good news.
Ooh, I'd love good news right now.
How much do you know about what Kevin Jackson has currently done this night? Any news gotten out about anything yet? Anything of the sort?
Pull out her phone, check it. Not yet. I know that he was supposed to do a deal or have a talk, but that's all I know at the moment.
He's declaring his praxis to the council tonight.
Excuse me, I have a bit of Carthage still in my ear. What?
I'm glad you have it in your ear because I don't have it in mine. That's a dead fucking empire.
I agree with you on this, but I got the Gradius about 7 hours ago.
Oh, God, Jesus.
You're not wrong.
That man cannot let go of dead dreams. Anyway.
Tell me about it.
Seriously, he's doing it. We basically dealt with our stuff that we were tasked to do for him and also brokered a few additional deals out of him. And because, we've been around this block a few times. And and needless to say, he's doing that. And Theo here got decent boon.
I'll start with the smaller bit first. Save the juicy one for later.
Oh, please, give it all to me now. I think I need. I'm like a sponge. I need more.
We'll start small and work our way up.
Okay.
Kevin Jackson looked me in the eye and said, in regards to one Abraham, deal with him. That was the largest amount of explanation he gave.
That quote
on that.
is legit. We were all there.
So
I can have it verified by the Harpy in 20 minutes.
So I believe that gives us an even larger go-ahead, which we can inform her about. I think she'll be very excited. And now for the real niceness.
Okay.
I told him I wanted something very simple. I took inspiration from Loden. I asked for blanket right to progeny for the clan in the city. I did not get that. That is an enormous
He
ask.
did have the big cojones to ask for that.
It's a common tactic of negotiation. Ask for more than you actually need.
It's fair.
Always.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's okay. I got a life boon out of it.
So, yes, Kevin paid many things out to us this evening.
Continue, Theo.
We, as a clan, per Tremere, we have 3 freebies that we get for Embrace.
Really?
From the sound of it, I would assume that would mean that those newly embraced would also have that right. I have
Fair.
worked out that once Abraham goes away on clan business, that I can have 4. So I feel I've secured a decent position for the clan.
This is a legit pyramid scheme. You don't do you not see the irony of this?
Yes.
Do you not see the triangle?
It has been 2 years.
Tremere gonna Tremere. What can I say?
Our power structure crumbled and fell because it crumbled from the top.
True.
It did.
True.
So I am trying for building a pyramid from the ground up instead to see how that works.
That's fair.
That is my initial strategy, mainly because I do not know many other power structures that I can design. So simply reestablishing the clan and then having the clan rebuild within itself, I find was my best bet to actually doing what was asked of me.
That's valid and actually correct, because the 7 did not turn around and give us a structure that was going to facilitate, per whatever time period they thought it was going to be, a solid structure.
No, they took the remnants of a mage house, not even a mage order, but a house.
Agreed.
And then, I don't know, bare bones, skeleton, a functioning model, but not an efficient one.
It was never efficient to begin with, especially with the rituals and the rotes that they had to do to become what they are or what they were. Are you kidding? And then the whole split between,
Sorry, her and I will rant about this until the sun comes up. We don't need to do so.
What I'm learning from all this is that House Tremere or Clan Tremere was literally just an MLM.
Correct.
Yep.
It's a pretty decent way to describe it.
With horrible HOA fees.
And now you're making it a different kind of MLM.
Yes.
Yes, and then we also have splinter groups like House Karna.
Okay. Might I suggest a different shape? Have you tried a square instead of a pyramid?
Squares.
You can't build the way up with a square.
Look at New York. There's skyscrapers.
Look at Chicago. We had skyscrapers first.
Yeah.
Chicago's actually, I think, a more efficient model of buildings because it has to resist a lot of wind.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
Well,
Let's just say there's an interesting little tidbit on Karna.
Really?
There's a reason why the sin was up in Wisconsin. Oh, I don't know. Several weeks ago.
My grandsire said he was dodging her.
Yeah, I know. I helped him do that. I was up in Wisconsin. I just came back about,
Did he find what he was looking for?
and more.
Fantastic. I have made some good reading.
Sorry, Tracy, are you saying that Karna might be making her way here?
Oh. No.
Making.
She's
Because
already
we needed
here.
more elders in the city.
Or she destroyed.
No. She's disappeared.
Disappeared.
ooh, that's spicy.
That's...
And the regent has met his end.
All right, Ginny, now is where my Tremere knowledge kind of falters. Which regent would she be referring to in this instance, name-wise?
Yes, I had a
Victor.
feeling.
'Cause-
Victor.
Oh,
The fucking
Actually-
assassin, the fucking asshole. Yeah.
Sorry, when you say the asshole when referring to a Tremere, I
It's
need
kind
you
of
to
a
be more
blanket
specific.
term, I understand, but this one was really a fucking choice, okay?
I think I met him once. We weren't close.
No one's close. Are you kidding me? It was a joke. It was always a joke.
Do you
Let's
know
just
if
say, mhm.
do you know if this has been done by Lucinda's interest or from above her?
Or was it someone
Why do you-
else?
Why do you think Karna disappeared?
Lucinda.
I wouldn't say it was Lucinda, but why do you think Karna disappeared? They were going to put her
In a
back in her
council.
place.
Oh yeah, they were.
I have heard too much for history to think that it would be that easy.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
of
why?
course not.
But when you've got Lucinda doing it, her and fucking Carfax are like besties. Okay, for real. So yeah, no, she wouldn't want those two coming after her.
No, but she's also in the process of trying to build up her own faction, I suppose, within the clan. And from what I've heard, she hasn't been lax in recruitment for that. I feel that she actually will have something well and established, given the track record that I've seen from what I've heard of her so far.
Taylor looks at Tracy and says, "You think she's going to go for anarchs?"
Oh, I think she's above anarchs, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Let's just say-
but wouldn't she use them to build up her numbers?
When she's learning how to break the chains of bonds, why would she want to get chained again politically?
True.
She was
True.
regent and was going to be replaced.
So she's basically independent.
Yeah. And her house with her.
He could break bonds.
I think
Yeah,
Or
that's
she
what
just
what
broke
Cuthbert
hers.
was looking for. There's a book on it.
Yes, I know the book.
Yeah,
The Grave Digger's War.
at the Book of the Grave War.
Book of the War. Grave War. I can say Grave Diggers because it's easy.
You can call it whatever you want, but it's officially the Book of the Grave War, and it is legit.
Guess who wrote it? She did.
Yeah.
She
So
knows how to do it.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So if Cuthbert got his hands on that and more, yeah. I hope I see him before I go to Prague.
I know he's coming back here. I don't know if he's made it back just yet. But I know he's on his way eventually.
It's interesting you mentioned anarchs, Taylor. My clan has never actually had issue with those of us wanting to be anarchs. The only rule that they ever had to follow within the anarch movement was do not betray the pyramid.
True.
And technically, Kindred can do that anywhere.
But she, with breaking bonds, is betraying the pyramid, is she not?
Not anymore. We have no bonds to break.
True.
She was doing beforehand.
But she was doing it beforehand.
Oh,
Because that Book of the Grave War, it wasn't written after that happened.
And on
to
top
y'all.
of that,
Oh, no,
when she sired, she didn't inflict the first bond.
No. Karna's talents are miraculous. Not something I would ever attempt. All of her goals are completely alien to my understanding of how things should be. But I respect her goals. It's impressive, if nothing else. It's hard to reestablish. Easier when you have nothing in the way of establishing. A broken pyramid is far easier to rebuild than building next to one.
This is true.
So that's what I'll say about her.
She's an interesting individual. Go ahead. I'm so sorry, Mr. Kajai.
You all have divided into what, 2, 3 factions, while the Banu Hakim
4
have
The one thing I'll say about the Banu Hakim and the Assamites is they were acted upon and none of us wish them ill or harm. But I believe they've found their own way to break their own chains. And I would never want to put that on them again. That is something that I would never do to one of them. And plus, are you kidding? They have their own culling within. It doesn't make sense. Not to mention with everything that's been going on here. With Peterson, the werewolves. Hell, the mages don't even want to go out until the whole werewolf thing is resolved.
Which we have basically worked on that.
I felt that.
They have their fetish. Yeah, we felt it too. We were at ground zero.
Yes.
Ooh.
I think I would like to, by the way, for all of us, establish a rule. No more fetishes allowed within the bar.
No.
Please.
I hope I never see one again.
Yes, that would be ideal.
I mean, it was fine. What happened was fine. Okay. But I would like to know I'm going into that before it happens.
The level of intrusion was a bit too much to go without a notice.
And then not accidentally inflict it on others within the vicinity.
I personally really think
Mhm.
consent is sexy. So, it's like.
You are preaching exactly the words of my church.
But yeah, it was a mess. But yeah, so they have their thing. So literally Kevin is announcing to the council that he's worked out the deal with the werewolves to have a treaty. And yeah. And he's got significant support.
Well, that's excellent to hear. Wow.
And he's going to
No.
have me as a teacher.
Oh, wow. Well, this has become even more interesting. Wow.
And it seems
What
like
to
a position for Regent just opened up, Tracy.
True. Region is something that's lovely, but I prefer to stay in Chicago.
Primogen, then.
Well,
Possibly,
Regent
but
is at the Chantry, right?
Regent is an internal position more than an external one. They have representation outside of our.
I was about to say, because I don't know a whole lot about your structures, but like I know in cities I've been in, there's been like a regent at the local chantry, and then the pontifex sometimes was in town, but they would leave and travel across an area.
Pontifex is just a regent for a larger portion is a good way to look at it.
Got you.
Think of it
district manager versus regional manager.
That too.
Got you.
I'm looking for more local instead of going within the. Look, the clan's lovely, but there is only so much you can handle. But I would like to do more things politically outside of the clan.
So Primogen.
Well, if you want to be on the Primogen Council, you'll have my vote.
Oh, don't act bashful. You know you want it.
I would never be bashful, but I do know that Abe is already trying to buy for that. And
well, if we're going to take care of him,
if he just happens not to be around, I might just put my foot into the game.
We shouldn't have a weak-blooded kindred representing us anyway.
I would totally agree. I mean, those that only sire caitiff, that really doesn't help us. No, does
Rather embarrassing of him, isn't it?
Exactly. Especially when he doesn't even bother handling said child and leaves them to the wolves. No, theoretically, not literally.
No, two other caitiff and you and I seem to be the ones taking more of an investment in her than him.
Is that the anarch that Kevin mentioned has been hearing?
What name did he give?
He didn't give a name.
Interesting. She
friend of Anita.
Oh, so he did give a name, but not a name.
No,
got it.
No.
He
didn't give Anita's name either. I just happen to know some anarchs.
That's valid. Would you like to give the name or would you like me to do it, Dr. Smith?
I feel I can say I recently went through an ordeal with all of them, so I trust their judgment and opinions on things. And they sort of half know, but it's better to be said outright.
Absolutely.
Tracy and I are putting forth great steps to bring one Mal Davis into the clan.
Oh,
Also known as Carol Davis, child of Abraham.
And descendant in a mortal sense of Abraham, or family at the very least.
No,
God, he's reminding me of Loden.
Great ace. Let's just put it to you very, very. Imagine yourself, if you will, at a club, and your great niece, who has seen your face on the wall of the family home for decades, bumps into you, and then he gently takes you outside and then tries to kill you, but he embraces you, and then he realizes you have turned caitiff and you are not Tremere, and then dumps you.
It happens to all caitiff, but
Okay, when are we killing this guy? Because
I was
for
about
real,
to say, you know where he is, right?
We need a tier list.
He is so up in the list right now.
Not to mention, she knows blood sorcery and he chose not to train her.
Yes, he left all the untapped potential dumped in an alleyway.
Which I then turned around and helped.
because he was hung up on clan.
Correct.
Oh, Tracy, thank goodness you helped her.
Of course, absolutely. Why would I turn around and...
She's a true delight, has some very interesting magical theories. Mal Davis is magnificent.
I can tell.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to take care of that.
That would be delightful. And for that, I appreciate it. Yes.
No more double talk in this instance. Truly, I feel the only correct path is to stake him and deliver him to Mal Davis.
Seems
That's the only way I feel she could get proper recompense. I will encourage her.
Absolutely.
And Theodore will do a quick glance around. I will encourage her to sink her fangs into his neck and drain him dry. Beyond dry, if she can manage it. Because I think that's a better allocation of what he is. And then maybe his weak blood will fuel and make her blood stronger when it should have done that in the first place.
Well, you will be bringing her down to my generation, dear. You do realize that if she does that.
I truly don't see that as an issue.
No, it's not. But do you know what my generation is?
I'm afraid I don't.
7th. You're letting an 8th gen go down 7. And she will then be for a whole year tainted with diablerie blood.
Yep.
Horribly effective.
I suppose that
How about
is
you
true.
ask her what she wants?
I mean, we can always.
I'm sure it's a novel
stash him
concept, but
somewhere.
ask her what she wants.
Valid. Would you like to bring this up to her, or would you like me to do it?
You can mention it. I have research I need to be doing.
On what?
Rituals. Different such things.
Which one? I have a vast library. You've seen it.
Storyteller, is there a way I can say it to her without saying it to her? Because I don't want to say it out loud, just in case we're being listened to.
Absolutely, you can. Have you met me?
Okay, cool. You know what? I'll double it up. I'll do Morse code, like tapping against my knuckle so she sees it, and then it will be Morse code into Latin, which I know she speaks.
She'll blink at you for a moment and she'll go, "You know that ritual?"
Not yet.
I should better rephrase the question. And would you like to know that ritual?
Yes. I believe I have a start in one of the tomes that I have. I don't know if I have the entire thing.
Is it blah, 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 book? And she says in Latin.
And then responding, yes. As far as it has shown me, yes.
You saw Neely.
Yes. We absolutely did.
I suppose you can come over. You know what? Come and see me Monday evening. Would you like to learn the ritual and see it done?
Yes, Miss Graves.
Fine. I'm assuming you're going to share with the class.
Oh, of course. They already know the broad strokes. It's what I was mentioning to you all earlier of we all get something out of it.
So you are well versed in this ritual?
I've performed it, but not partaked in it.
Okay. What's the drawbacks? That's all I want to know. Because when that is done individually, there's some significant, as you know, drawbacks.
There's a reason why we don't talk about this in open spaces. There are no drawbacks.
Fuck.
Actually, here, Tracy, if you think it would be appropriate, I can offer a very small, quick lesson to everyone. Clan Tremere had a council. There were many mages who partook, but none of them were embraced.
Correct.
The ritual that we are referring to is how the clan came to be.
So it's essentially a mage ritual that you can still use.
Yes, as close to one as we can use. Yes.
Is he saying what I think
don't
he's
have
saying?
to.
Yes.
You don't have to deal with any black lines. You don't have to deal with.
And the group gets the benefit.
Correct.
I highly doubt your beast will even rattle the cage.
You don't have to deal with the person that you're dealing with, beast either. Yes, because
if you all have been able to do this for centuries, why?
Oh, you like that wasn't kept under lock and key.
Exactly.
Why not create an army of 5th or 6th generation?
Because the pyramid.
The pyramid, and also
it is much harder to bond things that are closer to you in generation.
Correct.
Oratrix and his group wouldn't want anyone to.
Oratrix is its own matter.
Yes.
Well, I'm just saying, all of the leaders of your pyramid, the starters of your original MLM,
yes,
they wouldn't have wanted competition on their level.
Exactly. And when one, shall we say, wrote it down and passed it into a book, that is only the one copy. The one that Dr. Smith has is the reference to, but not the copy of the book. I have the only copy.
An incomplete work is useful, but a complete work is best.
Always. That book is underneath a lock and key.
There are many, many things that our clan has hidden from the rest of kindred for many reasons.
For very good reasons.
Let's just say when my sire fell, that book was given to me, not my broodmate, for reasons.
My clan has fucking flower imagery. What the fuck is this?
Darling.
And that was stolen.
True.
That was fucking stolen.
Oh, yes. Bastion, you should probably speak with her about those, by the way.
Okay.
Tracy, Theo's actually just going to take out like a straight notebook and hand it over to her.
I know how she did it. I fucking translated the shit I found. I know how she did it. That fucking bitch. Oh my God.
Really?
Oh. Do you want to have something better? Guess what my little present for our little friends was?
What little friends?
Oh, we did some excursion back in down. I'm sure Theo has told you about finding those items, the lightning bolt. We went down.
Yes.
Way down.
You went to the hidden city?
Oh.
We went all the way back.
You might say deeper than the actual
And
city.
under that was a resting place that was vacated.
Bastion points to himself.
So the rumors are true.
And then Theo points to the book. Open it. The notebook he handed her.
She
And
opens
it's
it.
every note on every thaumaturgical bit of bullshit recovered from that.
And I also found one. Basically, the spell was called Viscera Garden.
Ah,
It was stolen from a mage, the mother of the Minotaur, the
What?
mother of Asterion.
No. I'm aware of who you are referring to. I'm saying what out of gasp and aspiration.
Yes,
Exasperation.
she was a mage, but she was also kinfolk to a changing breed called the Apis.
I'm aware those were unfortunately wiped out.
Yes, she loved Asterion so much that she created a garden for him in his maze that would feast on the corpses and thrive and bloom.
And she,
And had a handmaiden steal it.
glad I came tonight because all of this information is now just, oh my.
Okay, so my gift was one such exemplary of the rose that we found down there.
Yes, she literally used the ritual to have roses in her resting place.
Mm-hmm.
Accurate.
and the clipping that Bastion received is not a single rose any longer.
Yeah, if you give it blood, it'll grow. It'll grow and expand and grow and expand. Yeah, because the Minotaur's maze, based on the ritual that she did and the intent behind it that she documented, I imagine that the labyrinth that Asterion was imprisoned in by his father, that she did not have the political pull to actually free. Literally, it was probably just profuse with flowers.
Yes. I can imagine. And so you have a rose from that. Oh my. Well, this has been what would you like from one? If I could have one of those roses, what would you want?
Oh, we certainly can negotiate.
I'd love to negotiate.
I can give you a transcription of the ritual.
Perfect. What would you want for that?
Future favor.
As we all do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have
Fair.
anything I need from you right now, but when I do, I'll let you know.
I'm sure my phone will be waiting.
Question for you, Miss Graves.
Mm-hmm.
Do you happen to know how to ward against lupines?
Sure. Warding circle or a ward? There's a difference.
Circle.
Ooh, you really want to shock somebody.
A ward as well wouldn't be a bad idea for this,
So double.
Yeah.
if you
It's
can.
easy. I can totally do that.
Okay.
Why? Where do you need it done?
I'll give
Just
you one
a
of the
little
roses.
bit through this, and he points to the door that leads to the alcove.
All of a sudden, you hear "Bad Romance" play by Lady Gaga.
That's on Taylor's playlist.
All of a sudden, you'll just see Tracy go, "Interesting song, oddly timed, but okay."
He
Yeah.
has a gift for that.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, all right. So you want me to ward an alcove?
Yes.
Yes.
Essentially, yes.
And perhaps a direct ward on. Does she have a preferred garment she wears? Magnus?
Storyteller?
Her leather jacket. It's got a flaming dragon on the back of it. It's a black leather
The
jacket.
jacket that she wears.
Maybe a direct ward on that.
I can totally do that. Not a problem. I can teach you how to do that, Theo. It's no worries. Being in Chicago, that was one of the first things I was taught.
Yeah.
I know the basics of ward construction, but only to keep out a certain type of person.
That's completely fair. If you want me to teach you more, I have no problem with that. the more we know and the more we grow, the better we're going to be and thrive and survive in this place.
Absolutely.
So absolutely. Yes. But yeah, I can do that for you. And I'm sorry, Bastian. What were you saying? You were saying something.
I was just going to say that we can negotiate that protection for my rose if you would like.
Sure. I have no problem with that.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you this evening, Tracy.
Yeah.
Bastian takes out his phone. We have to pop up champagne now. It's done.
What's done?
We have a new prince.
Oh my.
Oh, we do.
Oh, an accepted new prince.
Well,
the
that was
Primogen have
fast.
accepted him.
Mm-hmm.
Years later.
Well, I think we need to take care of Abraham sooner than later.
Oh, yes. And now we have permission from the prince.
Hmm?
Indeed.
I believe that Abraham just made our list of things to do.
I don't think it will take us all that long, so long as we catch him in a hermetically sealed room.
Do let us know what Mal Davis wants.
Absolutely. I'll actually talk to her tomorrow. I have tea with her.
Perfect.
Well, I should head off and oh my, so much things to do now. Well, thank you for the lovely information and the information as well. And I will come back tomorrow after my tea with Mel Davis. I'll let you know what she wants and I'll do those wards. How does that sound?
Thank you.
Perfect. I'm gonna head down and I'll see you guys all tomorrow.
Take care, Tracy.
See you.
And it's not it's a professional walkout, but there may be a slight skip in her step as she leaves.
Like she's excited. She's got good info tonight.
And as Jackson has now become Prince, I think right now is a good time to end the story for tonight. But we will be here next week.
Holy shit, we're kingmakers, y'all.
Yes.
And I give it to Mama. You're not wrong. I'll give Mama the floor. Just remember, every sub is shanky, and give that fucking woman a coffee. Thank you. Now.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight for this session of Chicago Hidden City RV5 game. And do join us on the Discord once I get that in chat. There we go. That is where Junie cast this game from and where we cast all our games from. So if you want to sit at a virtual table with us and play some games, you want to be part of our Discord. We also sometimes do some Zoom hangouts. Here recently, we've had both Friday and Saturday night streams, so no time for Zoom hangouts. But once we get a break in either one, we will do some Zoom hangouts again. And of course, we just have a great community there. You need to hang out with us. Yeah, Discord's pretty chill. We're a great group there. And also, if you would like to catch back episodes of this, like if you missed last session where we had our spirit adventure, yeah, you want to check that out on YouTube. Mm-hmm.
It's why you don't play werewolf as vampires.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. So check that out on YouTube. We have amazing content there, not just this series, but everything we have run for the past 5 years. So there's tons of content there to suit your fancy. Also, go to the Ishvel channel. That is where you can catch some D&D 5e that was run on this channel that has concluded, and also Call of Cthulhu 7e London Esoteric Society, run by our amazing European GM, Dr. Tiss. That's where she stores her stuff. All right, and we have some amazing friends. I think I spelled that right. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Some amazing friends that do content. Junie, what you got going on?
Yeah, just go right into it. Long and short, I make plushies. The world's on fire. So here, have a trash can. Not only do I turn around and I'm on my own channel, I am here doing storytelling. I'm also in a couple of games. You will see me starting Mondays on Ravenos' channel for doing some Old Gods of Appalachia, however you want to pronounce it. And I'm actually going to segue to Ree, who does all things, and I am a mage in his game.
Okay, so Ree, what you got going on?
Well, this Sunday, episode 10 of season 1 of Mask of Nyarlathotep continues as our administrators are trying to make their way to London, but are having some troubles on the ship. So you have to check that out to see just how they can do that without hopefully getting themselves killed. And then on a Tuesday, we are continuing episode 2 of Arcane Veils as a truly interesting cabal of mages are trying to find a node somewhere in the city.
Wonder where it could be. All right, very good. And of course, Ravnos Archon, he's currently running that Old Gods of Appalachia 4-part mini-series on his channel. You can check that out and give him some love from the McStabbers. And of course, Mischievous Red, who's in some of our games here. She does stream on her channel when she has the spoons to do so. Usually on Sundays, she will play some video games. So check her out and give her some support from us too. And of course, if you would like to support our players, you can do so by showing us your biddies. Yeah, you can show the biddies. Biddies and donations go to the players. And of course, you can support the studio here by subscribing. And if you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription a month. You might consider giving that to us. Or if you would like to give in ways that doesn't give Twitch half, because it's a nasty pimp, you can go to our YouTube, subscribe there for free, like a video that you're watching, and comment on it. That will show engagement to the YouTube algorithm and boost us up in the search rankings so that more people will find our content when they're looking for stuff that we produce. So that's a free way to support us. And of course, if you would like to give to us without giving to Twitch, you can do so through our KoFi page, our coffee page. Buy Mama a coffee. Buy Mama a coffee. Yeah. So that's how you can support us. And we appreciate all of you that come into view and that do subscribe and do give bits and donations and even the coffees. And those of you on YouTube who subscribed and liked and commented and stuff, we appreciate you all. Truly, truly we do. And coming up over the next week. Oh, I forgot merch. Let me do merch. I just remembered. I forgot merch. Okay, so we got merch. Haven't done anything for this stream yet, but we got some studio merch and we got some merch from other campaigns that we've run on this channel. Check it out in our Zazzle store. We don't push it hard. We don't even mark up the prices on this stuff, y'all. Okay, for real. We have had this store for years because viewers wanted it, and we still haven't cashed out anything yet because we haven't made enough off of our sales. So literally... we don't jack it up. We just have it there for y'all if you want to buy some shit like stickers or whatever you want to buy with our logos and stuff on it. So go check it out and make sure you're signed in, because we do have a really cool t-shirt that was designed that has Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would on the front with a little TP and the logos symbol. And then on the back, it says across the back on the shoulders, counselor. Yeah, you can be a counselor for the McStabber Studios Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would, but you got to be signed in to see it because I had to rate it as adult due to the word motherfucker on it. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the dirtiest sentence to come out of any of our games.
Yeah, but coming up over the next week, we have, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Demon. Yeah, Demon's back, y'all. Season 3. We just touched down in LA and already everybody's sus.
Yeah, no, I miss the lawlessness of Chicago for Demon.
Yeah, because it was better in Chicago.
Yes.
My poor character is like, what the fuck is this nonsense?
Yeah, we're all like, oh, there's bureaucracy. Gross.
Gross. Haven't we learned anything?
No. The whole song in my head was "Hi, my name is," as they were giving all their names.
Hi, my name is. Slim Shady, but
Would the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Please, somebody. But yeah, because y'all all fake. But so anyway, check us out. We will have Red with us on Wednesday because she just wasn't available for the first session. So she'll be touching down a little late after everyone else. She'll probably come in with Ragdan, knowing my husband. Yeah, that's going to be funny. But
Favorite SPC and demon.
So yeah, so that'll be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, you can catch Maddox here running the second part of our Queen's Gambit Changeling section. Yeah, that's coming up. And
they're totally not in trouble.
Not at all. Not at all. They are so far off the silver path in the dreaming. I mean, they're lucky they have a compass that was made with issue blood. So at least they know they're going to get to where they need to be. May not be where they want to be, but it's where they need to be.
That compass was my storyteller backup for if no one said, I want to play an issue. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to have this in the back pocket just to be safe.
Yeah, because the first question I had for Maddox, as we have storyteller chats and stuff, I'm like, do you have an issue? Because he said, we're going into the dream. And I'm like, do you have an issue? And he's like, no. I'm like, they are so fucked.
Fucking one.
Don't need it.
When the biggest quote was, are you going to raw dog that dreaming? I mean, seriously.
Are you going to raw dog that dreaming? They raw dogged it, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Saturday, there will be no Call of Cthulhu stream because they're taking 2 weeks off. They took off this week and they're taking off next week. And then I will be here among this amazing cast with Junie as storyteller at 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday as we pick up on session 9 of season 1 of Chicago Hidden City. Yeah. So, hang on. Callie Seven said, I thought it was just McStabber Studios objecting to me calling Scratch sus. Oh, no. We all called Scratch sus.
Yeah, no, Scratch is one of the most sus fallen we have encountered.
Oh, my God. He's a freaking first house devil, Faustian, that I'm like, dude. And he's the head of the secret police. And I'm like, you're just so sus.
Yeah, it's like
so
you are everything that we fought against last season.
Yeah.
And you named yourself Scratch, really?
Yeah, like he's also a drug dealer to like rich people. But yeah.
Harsh stereotypes. The Faustians did nothing wrong.
Oh, I'm playing a Faustian. And even my Faustian is sus as shit at him. Okay.
Because that faction is split in two.
Together? No, we're all together.
No,
all
there's a schism within the faction. But yeah, so it's Demon's wild. This game is wild. Queen's Gambit's wild. You just in for a wild time over the next week, for real. But do take some time for yourself over the next week. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Take care of your mental well-being. And please, if you are in crisis, in chat right now is a list of organizations that you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to get the help you need if you are in crisis and need to get some assistance getting off that ledge. For real, reach out. Reach out to your support networks if you have them. Otherwise, yes, there are crisis lines that can help you. If you are currently watching on YouTube or you are outside of the U.S., you can go to findahelpline.com. If you go there, you can search by your location to find the resources available to you for crisis support. And they cover over 140 countries. So please get the help you need, please. Also, I'm on McStabber. I'm a registered nurse, and I'm going to tell you, please get your damn shots. Get your flu shot. Get your COVID booster. Get your COVID shot. They have updated the formulation of the COVID shot this year because they have found that there is a certain mutation of it basically now that is mostly giving people the worst symptoms and illnesses. So they've adapted that vaccine to help prevent that from happening. So please get your vaccine. And get your other vaccines if you're out of date. Because, like, seriously, pertussis was like a thing at a college a while, not that long ago. And literally, it shouldn't have been. It's anti-vaxxers causing this shit to make a comeback. And literally, we're expecting a polio comeback because of people not getting vaccines. Fucking hell. Do you know what polio did to people? Do you know what polio did to people? Fucking get your goddamn vaccines. Enough with the bullshit. For real. And then also make sure you vote. Early voting's been going on in a number of states already. Mail-in voting has started in a number of states. Please make sure you vote. Please, 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 please. And younger people, for real, watching this, if you're watching this on YouTube or whatever, go vote. Go vote, please. It's so important. It's so fucking important. It's so fucking important. Literally. Yes, we still have the Electoral College, but if enough, they're in 48 states, winner takes all with the Electoral College. Fucking turn up, y'all. That's why it's important. Fucking turn up. Said with love. Y'all have a good night.